care. There you go. You take care. Oh, you want to snuggle now? Look at that. She wants to snuggle with you. She loves you. They are adorable, aren't they? Look at that. She's like, where? Where's my grooming? You're going to take care of her. Mr. Rabbit, what are you doing here? What are you doing? You better not be cleaning your feet too much. You know about your skin condition? He's got a skin condition. Sometimes he cleans too much and irritates his skin. Look at her. She's going to take care of you. Look at that twitching nose. Bunny, 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 you're so funny with your twitching nose. There it is. Oh, she's like, give me some grooming. There we are. Live action grooming. Oh, he loves it. Look at him. Look at him. He's a baby. He's a baby. You take care of him. You take care of him. Get care of him. He loves you, Madam Rabbit. He loves you. You see that all the people are watching you? All the people, they're looking at your twitching nose. They see that twitching nose right there. Oh, you're adorable. Yes, you are. See, all these people have come to see you. They love the beautiful bunnies. You're going to do the show today. I bet we could do a whole show with just bunnies. I bet we could do it. We could pull it off here. Good to see you. The Goblin is here. A wonderful Misty the Goblin. And a friend here. What is it? What is your name here? FPSH. And the Gooner is here. And Snake Energy, good to see you. Spiritual entertainment, it starts with the rabbit. Right? My wonderful, wonderful creatures here. Oh, let's see here. Look, you see that? Oh, look at you. You want to do the show, Mrs. Rabbit? There it is. Rabbit Cam Live. There it is for your entertainment leisure. What are you going to say to all these people here who adore you? Do you have anything to say, madam? These people are watching you. They want to see the rabbit. What do you want to say to them? Do you have anything important to say? Oh, what do you want to say? Where are you going? Where are you going? You sit down there and get a pet. You can sit down there and get a pet. Oh, there it is. There it is. You see it? Oh, the adorable rabbit. The adorable fuzzy rabbit. Oh, she loves that. She loves that. Oh, you're going to take care of her, Mr. Rabbit? You're going to give her some kisses? Oh, there we are. Isn't he adorable? He's taking care of her. You taking care of her? What a good boy. He's like, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Give me kisses. Give me kisses. Clean my ears. See, you need to clean his ears. His ears are dirty. No, not my phone. His ears. His ears are all dirty. Come over here. Take care of his ears. Take care of his ears. He's a good bunny rabbit. He's such a baby. Look at him. He's such a baby. You see him? Yeah. Give him clean. Take care of that. His ears are dirty. Oh no, she's getting feisty. She's going back to bite him in the back. She likes to bite his butt for whatever reason. I don't know. She likes to assert her dominance over him. Watch out, she's going to get you. She's going to get you. Watch out, Mr. Rabbit. She's coming for you. She's coming for you, Mr. Rabbit. You better give her some grooming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Mr. Rabbit. He's a good boy. She's always jealous of you because you get all the attention. Yeah, there it is. Oh, so fluffy. The Rabbit Cam, my friends. Rabbit Cam Live streaming bunnies to begin our wonderful show here. The servant of Anubis is here. Look at that. You like the rabbits there? Oh, look at that. Look at his fuzzy beard. He's a good boy. Mr. Rabbit, I got to start my show here. You're stealing the show. You're stealing the show, my rabbits. Yeah, you don't mind? Look at him. He's so content with his little fuzzy beard there. Look at those whiskers on you. Look at those whiskers. You're such an adorable creature. You see, everyone sees those whiskers. You're such an old man. You're such an old man. Oh, she's going to clean your ears now. Clean his ears. Get his ears clean. Madam Rabbit. See it? She's giving him. Oh, now she's going to. Oh, no, don't bite him. She wants to bite you now. Look at that. She's jealous of you. That you're getting all the attention. You're getting all the attention. She doesn't like that. She wants to be the one who gets all the attention. There. All right. Rabbits, I got to get started here. We need a pentangle. Pickles, the drummer, is here. We have to find a proper pentangle for today. Oh, let's see here. What do we have here? Pentangle, where are you? Let's go more traditional pentangles. I have so many pentangles on here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I got about 100. Hey, don't bite each other, please. 100 pentangles on here. Well, what about this one? What do you think? Too much or too little? Do you like this one? You were lucky owner of a sweethearted rabbit. You had a rabbit collar? Aww. Do you like this pentangle? Is it too plain? This is like for the back of a cell phone here. This might be too much. Let me see here. Let's see what else we got here. I got to put my thing on my stand first. It's a perfect background. You like it? You got the moon here. All right. Let me see it. My kids broke my stand here. I tried to. What the hell? Let me turn my music down just a bit. That's too loud. All right, here we go. Be plugging in my phone here, my friends. Spiritual entertainment here in a moment. Spiritual entertainment. For your entertainment leisure. About to get it fired up. Getting my cloak on. Oh, my rabbits. What are you doing? All right, here. Just a moment here. Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole, and fallen light renew. O earth, return, arise from out of the dewy grass. Night is worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you, my friends. It is I, your spiritual entertainer. I don't like this because there's too much interference. Let me change my green screen here. There's too much background interference. It doesn't look right for me. So I got to find a proper background here. Give me a moment here, scrolling through some of my pentangles. This always works here. This is the classic one. This one works fine. See, no more interference with our pentangle here, my friends. Very little. I have to find the right spot to stand in. Ah, right there. Oh, come on. See, this always happens when I'm downstairs. Upstairs, I never had these distortions here with my pentangle. Today is our D&D game tonight. Be sure to go give that a notification. I put it up earlier today. Around 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be our game today. Looking forward to that. This is a long-term campaign that we're playing. We've gone on for a year and many more years to come. We have a really good group. Very fun. I enjoy being with him. I've been a dungeon master for a long time, so D&D is my thing. I don't play it like normal people. I use it more for theatrical, you know, the role playing for me is more important than the combat and the rules. Now, that's certainly a part of it, because it is a game, right? That's certainly a part of it. But the world creation, the comedy, the immersion, that's a big deal to me. That takes precedence. Like our last game, we it was 2 hours of role playing. There was no combat at all. So it's more like a theater for me than anything. My players, they level up once a year. They won't level up again until May of next year. So they're stuck at level 5. And every year they'll advance until they're level 20 if they choose to. We live on a flat earth, Seth. Yeah, you're right. It's flat in a triangle. Yeah, it's flat in a triangle. It really is, right? I've seen the boundaries of the triangle. I've walked them. I've seen that the universe is flat. Oh, Andrew, Bunnyville, Salt Flats, for example. Yeah, there we are. You see all the evidence is there. You made some tasty soup. Look at you. Spicy. You've never played D&D before. It is easy. It easy. 5th edition is really easy to learn. Very user-friendly. You can download the 5e manual for free. Now they have 5.5, which is a little bit more easier. A little bit too easy, in my opinion. They make the players more powerful than all of the monsters at their level, which is kind of like soccer moms getting control of D&D. That's what 5th edition has become. It really has. It's everybody wins all the time. So I changed the rules to make it a lot harder, because it's not balanced at all. The 5e modules out there, they're not balanced. Like when you hit 5th level, you're a god. I mean, you can kick everyone's backside, right? You don't have to be a Christian to love and follow Jesus. Yeah, Vixen's a Buddhist, right? The developers put in invisible walls to stop us from falling off the... Yeah, that's true. I've been there. I've tried to walk off the edge of the universe here, and there was a wall there, right? It says, "You shall not pass." And so I went back home. The Duke of New York is here. Good to have you here. And tally-ho, good to see you. Tally-ho for your spiritual entertainment in the morning time. 7 days a week I am here. And tonight is our D&D game for your entertainment leisure tonight. Summer is at its end, my friends. School starts up for my family next week. So my morning shows will be now starting at 8:30 during the weekdays. Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m. But the rest will be starting at 8:30 a.m. in the morning time. And then the evening time will be our gaming between 5 and 7 p.m. Every night will be some game of some caliber we will be playing. That's when I get my wizard costume on, and you enjoy the wizardy way. You like my rabbits, Para? Yeah, well, I love rabbits. Rabbits have been a big part of my life. He's laying down. He just died at my feet. He just flopped over. He's adorable. You are an adorable creature here. My Mr. Bunny, as I call him. He just came over and flopped over next to my feet. You are an adorable. You're interrupting my show here. I got to stop for your cuteness here and give you pets. I got to give you pets. You are an adorable creature. Yeah, we already showed you at the beginning of the show. It's my turn now. It's my turn to talk to people. My rabbits are always stealing my show here. They're always stealing my show. America does not take time off. That's right, Wild Kerry, Ireland. Our good friend Fiona the farmer and bard is here for your entertainment leisure. Always nice to watch her channel. She's got all kinds of stuff out in the wilderness. Our friend Fiona. General Allah Akbar is here warning us that it's a trap. It's a trap. You have been warned. Yeah, you've been warned. My back is terrible today. I probably won't be able to do the whole show standing up as I normally do. The cats found a way to glitch through the knock things off the edge of. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The developers of Earth didn't consider the problem of cats going off the edge of the flat Earth. Right, that was always they're working on a patch. They're working on a patch right now. My rabbits are very calm. Mills Coolin, he's a video game streamer. You could check out his channel. Yeah, he was playing PAL yesterday. Remember when the Pokemon copyright lawsuits, are they still going on with PAL? Right? There was a lot of, it was too much like Pokemon, right? And people didn't like that. All the diehard fans were crying. Bart, I have no experience. How do I get a job? What forces do I summon? Well, it's real easy to be a male prostitute. Just go out on the corners, drop your pants a little bit sagging, and, just kind of like call people down. I mean, it's really easy. Yeah. Is this my job? Yes, Leroy, this is my job. That's why I do it 40 hours a week. This is my job. Seek Jesus I did. Jesus warned me of the dangers of Labubu. Now, I want to tell you a story. About a little creature named Labubu. Now, I used to be a Christian. And the Christians, they warned you. They told you that Labubu is a diabolical creature. They warned you about this, right? Did not the Christians warn you that, like Father Martins, he warned you about this. He told you the dangers of bringing these adorable things into your home can lead to all kinds of possessions. Now, I used to be a Christian. Now you know I am not. I made the mistake of buying one of these for my kids. And now look at me. I'm wearing a cloak and doing all kinds of dark rituals and things. And orgies. Yeah, lots of orgies now. Because of Labubu. It's all his fault. I have a little shrine for him in the corner of my room here. Don't get a Labubu. It's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. He will lead you away from Christianity, as he did. I was a Christian minister. For 30 years, I was a Christian. But when I got Labubu, I should have listened. I thought it was all fanaticism. But it's all true, my friends. I wanted to warn you. Don't be like me. Don't get a Labubu. He will lead you out of the church. It's all a true story. It's all a true story. Yeah, the boo-boos, right? That's a demon. That's right. It is a demon from the pit of hell. It deceives you because it's adorable, right? You see, look at it. You see this? You see the smile on it? You see it? Isn't that adorable? See, that's how Satan gets into your heart. He starts with being an adorable little creature, right? It starts by being an adorable creature, and then you are worshiping the devil and doing all kinds of dark rituals because of the Labubu. I mean, they're all right, the Christians. You think you just ruin kids' brains? Yeah, the thing is possessed. You're right. You're right. I am possessed now because I got a Labubu. Somebody made it up. No, Fiona, this is a real concern of Christians, that the Labubu doll is very dangerous. Yeah. This is a serious thing. I just made a video about it in my YouTube shorts, quoting a Roman Catholic priest who is an exorcist, of how people are being possessed by Labubu. I mean, it's all real. Yeah. Please sit. You are more cooler to watch. When you speak like a Sith Lord, it's better for my back. It is. I will eventually. Uh, uh, I think I got probably about an hour to be here, right? Um, it smells like your mother-in-law. Oh man, that's hilarious. You're equating Labuba to your mother-in-law, right? Dale, you worship yourself. How does that work out for you? You are a self-worshiper, right? Yeah. Yeah, some priests are crazy, yeah. Yeah, a lot of them, all this devil shit all the time, right? You double tap the screen with your penis tip. Well, I don't have to see it. As long as you're doing it, you're going up and touching the like button at the top of your screen, right? Whatever instrument you're using to do that is okay by me. I don't have to see it, right? Why don't you investigate by yourself, awaken to the ass, and ask Jesus to see by yourself? Why would I want to awaken to my ass? What does that? Are you trying to have some homosexual relations with me or something? I don't get it. Your mother-in-law looks like Labubu. Oh man, all these my mother-in-law's nice. You got bad luck, mother-in-law. Yeah. What in the world, brother? A potato fiend? You are possessed by potatoes. So when you are making some mashed potatoes, they begin to speak to you. You wanted to make like the Devil's Tower out of them. Yeah. Some of you might get that reference, right? Lucifer is here. See, Lucifer shows up when Labubu is here. There he is, the devil in the chat. You are stupid. Well, why are you watching, dumbass? That's what I do. When I think someone's stupid, I stick around and comment. Talk about stupid. Warrior Poet, nice to see you. Miss Quinn, what is going on here? Spiritual entertainment. It's quite simple. Comedy and spirituality together in one place. All right, now I'm going to sit down because my back hurts, okay? Yeah. As our friend requested here, he says, you need to sit down. You need to sit down here. Oh, my goodness. Now, sitting down for your entertainment leisure now because my back hurts. It happens when you're old, right? When you're old, things don't work like they're supposed to. When you're old. Yeah, that's how the song goes, right? When you're old, right? Labubu knows. Labubu told me about you. I could predict your future with Labubu. Yeah. Oh my. Here we are. Bard, you are a legendary Sith Lord. Yeah. I can be whatever you want me to be for the right price, right? Spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week, I am here for your entertainment leisure, right? And today is our D&D day. Now, I don't think Fiona gets it. The evening times here, Fiona, we play video games and we play Dungeons and Dragons in the evening. Fiona's always coming on to my streams. WTF in the evenings, right? Merlin is here. Richard Tantrum Maker. You are looking for Merlin? Have you seen him, right? That's actually a compliment because my ancestors, everything was Merlin, right? All of these magical peoples all the time. Merlin this, Merlin that. Everybody's King Arthur if it's your king. That's the bards, right? The bards helped continue their mythology of Merlin in their own way by teaching each generation the tales of their ancestors. Now, if I'm going to tell you a story, it's got to be inspiring, right? Now, think about that. That is the way these fantastical stories of my ancestors, to keep the ancestral memory alive, they had to make everybody Merlin or Arthur or the Doctor. I mean, or the Fomorians. I mean, these stories. If you look at like Fiona's land, the Kingdom of Kerry, where the Fomorians are from, right? it makes the stories about the land you live in interesting, right? I want to live where there's Fomorians, right? I want to live up in Newgrange where the doctor lives, right? I mean, this memory of the land is very important. Um, it helps you to see that your ancestors, in the value of the meeting between Merlin. Oh, here the high priestess of the mountains is here. Gwendolyn, good to see you. Good to have you here this morning for your entertainment leisure, spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week I am here. Don't forget to hit the like button at the top of your screen. I want to have a conversation with you, whatever you want to talk about. Right? That's my thing. I have conversations with people, whatever you want to talk about. Comedy, spirituality, video games. Today is D&D day, right? D&D is my thing. Yeah, think about joining our server. We have a good time, right? Yesterday I had fun playing Dwarvenhold. That was a fun game. Now, the developer told me that it's not finished, but there's 20 hours of content there. So I probably will return to it maybe on Monday to finish the early access. Think about that. That game's going to be big. It's going to take a year to finish, Dwarvenhold. And that's a really good game. I've really enjoyed it. It's well done. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bugs in it. I mean, it's still not finished, but it's very promising if you like that old school dungeon crawl game. You need to add new. Yeah, Gwendolyn here for your erotic pleasure has wonderful feed pics on our Discord server. If you're into that thing, right? If you're into that thing, some people the feed doesn't do it for them. They need to see like real parts, right? Zerg Zerg is here. Good to see you, Zerg Zerg. Good to have you here. Bruce Bowling is his top of the morning to you, friend. Glad to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Snap out of the psychosis that I'm in. I can't. Labubu will not let me. I cannot snap out of the psychosis. Labubu is here. He is guiding me, right? He is telling me that it is inappropriate for me to depart from his teachings. What? Oh, you saw what Labubu knows what you've been doing at night. Oh my! You want me to snap out of my psychosis, milf fuses? He says you are a gooning champion. Yes, he's told me all about your gooning habits, right? You are a gooning champion. I mean, that's something to be proud of, right? Just think of how you, if you were to go to play baseball. I mean, all of that power in your wrist. I mean, you are a real champion, right? Labubu knows, my friends. Labubu knows your secrets. You cannot. He knows what you're doing at night. He knows if you've been good or bad, naughty or nice. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been gooning or not. So goon for goodness sake. Yeah. Labubu knows, my friends. He's as creepy as Elmo. Now, did you ever see Elmo in Hell? That's a funny one, right? Elmo in Hell. Elmo, you know what's unfortunate? The person, the hand puppeteer of Elmo was caught in a scandal. Did you know that? He was being inappropriate, right? So he got fired from doing the Elmo stuff, right? You never know who's playing with your dolls, right? You gotta be worried about that stuff, right? Who's playing with your dolls, right? Lobubo knows. Goon for goodness sake, yeah. Goon for the good of the world. There you are. There's people that do that. They goon for world peace. You can find the website, right? You're doing your part for gooning, yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button, my friends. Help me stay off the streets. Yeah, I think I'm headed to the street tonight. See, when I don't stand up, this happens. Low viewership when I don't stand. I don't know why. That people like seeing my long staff. right? We need all these perverted people here. Am I a guna? I can't. My wrist broke. Yeah, I was the champion. Your coffee tastes terrible this morning, Miss Quinn. Well, put a little cream in that shit or sugar, right? More cream, the better, in my opinion, right? Peaches Sunshine is here. What's going on with you, Peachy Sunshine? How's the weather where you are? Where are you at? In what part of the world do you hail from? Madam Peachy Sunshine here for our entertainment leisure. Good to have you here. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. Georgia, I love Georgia. Remember that song? I love Georgia, right? Jenna, you've sent me floating hearts. You are victorious. Glad to have you here for your entertainment leisure in the morning. I have my pentagram here. I have conjured up a special treat for you, a real diabolical entity. Right here, you see him? See, he made the screen change. Look, he's powerful. You see that? He is powerful. He is making the screen change. He is diabolical, right? Right from the pit of hell here. The history of fanaticism, there's always something, right, that gets the blame when it comes to toys and our Christian friends here, right? And when I was a Christian, I fell victim of it, right? I always felt guilty for playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? Could you imagine that? I mean, I would play and I would come back. I felt guilty because I thought it was something diabolical, right? I'm being sucked into this. It's like going back to a prostitute over and over again. Getting my pleasure and feeling guilty and going to confession, right? And it was all a hoax. There's nothing wrong with Dungeons and Dragons at all, right? Jed Eckerts is here. Oh, my salutations. The blessings of Talos. Yeah. Raptures, orgies, semantics, according to Cthulhu, right? Which is more diabolical, Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon, or Labubu? And don't forget about Furby. Now, Furby, if you did not know this, the whole Tattletale video game series was built on the Christian scare of Furby. Now, Furby is an adorable, it came out, 98? Furby was an adorable talking, "Hi, I'm Furby," right? It would talk to you. And, I thought it was fascinating that the Orthodox Church, they have a priest talking about how you will get possessed. Now, you could find this video. I shared it with my community a while back on Discord. I shared this video of this creature that was being discussed with all the serious nature during a divine liturgy. During the homily, the presbyter comes out with a damn Furby doll and starts warning people about how dangerous this is. Now, the contradiction is, why do you have a Furby doll in your church if it is evil, right? You had a Furby, Peachy Sunshine. They were fun, right? Gwendolyn was terrified by Furby. But the Christians were telling people that this was a demonic entity, right? Labubu curses you with constipation. You're going to have constipation now, right, throughout your day. You're going to need to take lots of X-Lax tonight to get regular again. Labubu curses you for speaking ill of our wonderful patron of our program here today, the divine Labubu, right? The chauffeur of Alion, isn't that an adorable poodle that you have? No, that's not a poodle. That's what are those dogs called? Those Benji dogs? It looks like Benji to me, right? That is an adorable dog. Look at that. Yeah, that you have in your image there. What a cutie you have there. I love animals, by the way, right? It's a Shih Tzu. Don't you love those little critters, right?
My mother-in-law, she loves Shih Tzus, right? Her dog is on the verge of dying. Yeah, it's an adorable creature. Labubu, the blood of Hollywood and satanic rituals, right? Yeah, this is a big scare too. Remember the fake. Now, Justin Bieber was supposed to release a video about how Usher used to drink his blood. You ever see that shit? That's all fake, right? It's all this idea that there are vampires in Hollywood drinking the blood of younger um, actors like and musicians like Justin Bieber. He's Mr. Christian man, right? He's who you want to turn to Christianity. Justin Bieber. And remember him eating the chicken nuggets when he was all high? I like chicken nuggets. I'm Justin Bieber. You remember that shit? That was funny as hell, right? Um, yeah, Hollywood Christianity is like the best, right? Furby will consume your soul. You know it, right? Lububu has succulus crumbs here. We are honoring the great one today. Lord Labubu has come to bring you salvation, right, from Christianity. Good to see you, Oaken Hill Hermit. You think Justin Bieber's a clone? Yeah. What's unfortunate is he got bit by a tick or something and got Lyme's disease. But some people have turned that into the story that he is really a reptilian, and his suit is malfunctioning, right? Yeah, Lyme's disease is a terrible thing, right? When you get it. I was recently bitten by a tick. I had brought it home from my grove, and we kept monitoring. It didn't have Lyme's disease is not in my area, but there's other types of bacteria infections you can get from ticks, right? So I spray myself down when I go out. I don't mess around anymore. I used to like just go out half naked out into the wilderness, but now I get all of those chemicals all over because I don't want to get eaten up by ticks anymore. Um, Gwendolyn here told me about some powerful spray. It was too powerful for me. So I got some cheap stuff that it's worked. When I went out to my grove last time, I wasn't being eaten. Deep woods off. It was working really well. Yeah, Britney Spears. Yeah, she is considered. Yeah, it's quite tragic. A lot of these mental health crises, comes from the way that people treat us around us, right? And she certainly was abused, right, by people using her for her fame and money, right? Quite unfortunate, right? Did you see her with her? She should play Dungeons and Dragons. She's really good with the dagger. I don't know if you saw that. Brittany, I'd love to have you in my games if you're out there. You're really good with the dagger. We'd love to have that. That's would be a good show for my people here. She's got those swords, right? I'm like, I'd love to have her in my D&D, right? You don't ever want to tick that off. Yeah. Right. Lyme and alpha gal is everywhere in your area. Is scared of ticks, yeah. And Gwendolyn's a forester. The chemicals of deep woods may concentrate to spray less. Yeah. I got the deep woods off with that's powder, so the powder goes all over. It's really better than the stuff I've had in the past. You got jumped on and bit by ticks. Cover them in sunscreen before they could start eating. Yeah. I mean, these little. It's strange how such a little thing could change the course of your life, right? One bite is all it takes, right? Sunscreen clogs the breathing tube, so that's a good way to prevent them as well. Sunscreen, yeah. They are icky, right? Yeah. Oh shit, real magic. That's right, Thomas. We have conjured up an entity from hell today. I am a conjurer. I do gay Jewish sorcery is my thing, and I've made this creature appear. He is my minion today. leading us in all types of debaucheries, right? We have all kinds of debauchery going on here for your entertainment leisure, right? You would like more. What do you think about now? The cell phone platform is the most popular. What do you think about me doing shows like this on my computer? Um, all of my games I do on my computer, and they're becoming more popular. Like yesterday was like we had my most popular show that I've ever had doing a gaming stream. What do you think about changing over for this show? Or do you like it just the cell phone format, right? What do you think about that? Sunscreen won't stop it from getting on you, but if you see one trying to attach, sunscreen will make them release. Put a bunch of cream on there. What's wrong with just pulling those assholes off? Is there what it like when you have a tick eating you? What would be the negative effects of pulling it off? Right? Is there any difficulty with doing that? What do you think? Good morning, Magnus. Good to have you here, our friend Magnus. Good to see you. Richard is brainwashed. Where's Richard at? I must have missed his comment. Richard, Labubu loves you. You see this, Richard? You don't have to be afraid. He can be your friend. He can be your lover if you want. Labubu. No fundamentalists yet. We are keeping it on the down low here, right? Trying to keep them off, right? If you pull it off fast, you can pull the head off in your skin. Really? So that the creature remains in your body if you pull it off too fast. Now that's scary, right? I never thought about that. Thank you for warning me. The head could stay embedded and you'll get an infection. There's a special tool for removing them called a tick key. Yeah, when I removed the tick that I had, there was a snapping noise. It was like you could hear it, audible snapping noise, and it was still alive. It was moving around, so I think I was safe. Genuine question, no mockery. We worship Labubu Amahai. We are servants of Lord Labubu. That's what we do here. We worship this. The Christians were right about this creature here. I used to be a Christian myself until I met Labubu, and then he turned me. All that adorable smile, look at that. That led me right out of Christianity immediately. And I started doing all kinds of different diabolical behaviors, like having orgies. It was all terrible, right? Ticks have screw shapes, protobiosis. When you rip them off, their mouth parts stay attached and increase risks of infection. More difficult review. All right. That's interesting. So now I'm scared. I got a little bump, and that was about a month ago. But there's no redness or anything. So maybe its teeth are still in me, right? What time is it for me? It is 7 a.m., 7:06. Davy, you want to serve Labubu? You have come to give your heart to pledge to Lord Labubu here. Yeah. Ever consider streaming Oblivion Remastered? I have been. Last week, I did Oblivion. What is your class choice and favorite race to play in that game? I'm usually an Imperial. That is my favorite, and I always go sword and board. We did the 2 weeks ago. We did the Knights of Nine, the quest line. So I got all the heavy armor on. That's usually I go to the Fighters Guild. I do all of that. Now the last Oblivion stream, I was just exploring, right, looking at the wonderful Oblivion glitches that they have. Yeah, Oblivion's a fun game. It really is. Yeah. Now, another huge game like Oblivion, Crimson Desert. That was I was playing that One of my community members bought it for me, and I got lost in it. The world is beautiful. There's so much to do in it. It's 12 o'clock for you, Red. You came from the future, right? You want to learn more from ticks, considering the multiple human ticks that suck the life out of the common man, right? They're diabolical, sent by Satan himself into our world, right? Yeah, Christians believe that certain animals and certainly insects are from hell, right? To this very day, there are campaigns and traditions that celebrate the murder of animals. The crucifying owls on barns. Uh, there's a horrible tradition in the UK. I forgot which church does it, where they go and slaughter birds on a certain day of the year. These are really it's weird, right? You can learn a lot from ticks. Yeah, you've been to a couple of goblins been to our oblivion streams, right? Where's the rabbit staff? I was having a good time last night and lost it. Yeah. Mosquitoes are from hell. Now, mosquitoes are interesting because they provide a food source for many animals, right? Like the largemouth bass. They love mosquitoes. They will jump out of the waters and consume them, right? You like another game you enjoy, Dragon Age Origins? Yeah, that Dragon Age is my favorite of the Dragon Age series, and Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, I didn't stream it, but when when I started playing games again, which was last year sometime, I went and played Inquisition, not Inquisition, Veil Guard, because I love the mythology, I love the lore. There are tabletop games based that are like, I don't know what rule set they use, but that are set in Thetis, right? That use Dragon Age, because there's a lot of lore there. There's a lot of mythology. It's very interesting, right? But it was nice to spend the last 20 years playing Dragon Age. It was nice to see a conclusion. There's not going to be any more Dragon Age. The story is over. The world was at its climax. The all of the dark spawn are done. I mean, all of the problems. They really did a good conclusion. Now the game was kind of too linear for me. It wasn't. It didn't have a lot of. The gameplay wasn't the best. Veil Guard, but it certainly was wonderful to finish this beautiful storyline. Um, yeah, the first games having all the DLC, romancing the Morrigan. No, she's not the Morgan. Is her name Morgan? I can't remember the latest name, but she's based on the real life Morrigan, the mythology of Morrigan. You find that in this character, who's played by that wonderful the voice actor. Now she was in this interesting sci-fi series, Lydia Black. I forgot what her name was. Right? Farscape, was that the name of it? That was a wonderful sci-fi series in like the year 2000. It was a wonderful. She's a wonderful actor, right? That was a wonderful show. Doesn't mean you hate ticks. You love ticks. The Star of Orion Jin. Oh my. That came to America 6,000 years ago. That's what came. Labubu is a child of that, right? Hell Girl is here. Hell Girl, I bet you were a Christian once until you met him. Now you're a Satanist like me. He led you away from all of the light. Yeah, I was a Christian for 30 years until I met him. And he turned me away to the forces of darkness. It's all true, right? All of this, the adorable smile is what got me. Now I do all kinds of Satanism because of him, right? Good to see you, Arkad. Our resident Satanist is here, the Hell Girl. Good to see you. From the UK, right? The Morgan was your lesbian awakening. right? Yeah, Mass Effect. Um, she used to call you Misty Woo. Oh, I Mass Effect. I love those games. That was Mass Effect is what made homosexuality popular in gaming, right? It was not the first game, uh, to have homosexuality into it. The first gay game, if you want to know homosexual gaming history, was a game that was Dungeons and Dragons called the Elemental Evil, Temple of the Elemental Evil, which came out in the year 2001 by Troika. Uh, you could have you could get married to a bisexual butt pirate in the game if you did not know that. Uh, you change names, yeah. You love homosexuality. Look at that. So that's a little bit homosexual gaming history for you. Dungeons and Dragons led people into Satanism and gay sex, right? Mass Effect 2 was your favorite in the series? Yeah, mine was the third one. The third one had the best quest, or not quest, but the DLC that you took a vacation with all of your comrades, and you had to build up your party apartment, right? And you had a big party. I mean, I wept playing that because I'd spent so many years playing Mass Effect and that DLC. I mean, that was some good memories, right? And it was all comedy and fun. You're kind of like James Bond, and all of the laughter and the humor. You get to save the space hamster and everything. That was so wonderful and well done. I was hoping that they would do more in the universe. I like the Mass Effect Andromeda. I like that game. That was fun. I don't know why people did not enjoy that. I would have loved to see more from that universe. I mean, that was great, right? Yeah. Mills Coolin, that's some gay history for you, right? He was a pirate. He was a butt pirate in the game. That's real. You beat him at a pirate tavern, and he wants to hook up. That's all real, right? Prolapse Fallout 3 is a game. Yeah, Fallout 3 was my favorite because I having those children's use the F word. You come across a community of children, they're all telling you to fuck off. I thought that was hilarious, right? Fallout 3 was a great game. Fallout 4 was fun, but it wasn't as good as 3. Right? It had a great story in it, and the idea that you could build up things, that was fun. You could build up. It had a good. I love those elements of building your bases and things. Those are always fun to do. So Fallout 3, a lot of fun. Fallout 4 had that base building. I'm looking forward to Fallout 5. Bethesda has to get their shit together, right? I'm tired of this. I like that. I like the games that they did with the space and shit, but we really need a proper Elder Scrolls game. They've remade the older ones, so they're boring. Don't care, right? I'm tired of Skyrim DLCs. I'm tired of Skyrim mods. The best Skyrim mod was the Enderall. Have you played Enderall? A group of Germans had this beautiful story. Um, you could buy the book. I mean, it's a wonderful, wonderful story. If you played, it's a total conversion mod for Skyrim. They also have one for Oblivion as well, a total conversion mod in this universe of Endor, and it was like the best ever of a conversion mod that I've ever played. You enjoyed Andromeda? Decent. It was decent. Yeah. You're wearing pink socks? Oh shit! The robot god is coming. Well, no one will be able to stand against Lord Labubu. Fallout 3 is trippy when you get trapped in that black and white place. Yeah, it freaked you out. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. We need it. Bethesda, are you listening? We're tired of your bullshit. Yeah, I have a whole playlist called Elder Scrolls. If you like Elder Scrolls humor, I've done like Elder Scrolls skits, being a Talos preacher and so on and so forth. Uh, GTA 6. Now, I I know that a lot of people love that game. Maybe it's my old Christianity, but it makes me uncomfortable beating up prostitutes and stuff like that because I love ladies. That makes me uncomfortable. Uh, I think that the way that women are treated in our world is bad enough, and to go up and beat up prostitutes and stuff, and to pimp them out in my son got pissed off at me because I said, "You ain't playing that in my house." I was a Christian at the time. Maybe that's old Christian residue, perhaps, but it just makes me uncomfortable, so I don't play it. Um, I don't have a problem with you playing it. I'm not. I don't care what people play, but it just makes me uncomfortable, so I never got into it. Yeah. They make money now with the cosmetics they do with actual games. Certainly, yeah. Talos is blasphemy. Well, a curse of Labu will be upon you. Yeah, Talos is Lord here. Morrowind is incredible. That introduced you to the series. Yeah, I love the Morrowind mods. Now, the prostitution in that game, I have no problem with. Going and hooking up with the Dark Elves, right, in that flesh hole. No problem at all doing that, right? Do you like the nudity mod? Now, why people who made the nudity mods for Morrowind, where are the elven wieners? I want to see an elven penis. I didn't see that when I played it. Why can't we see elven penises? Do elves have penises? Do the Thalmor have penises? Maybe this is something that's missing. Why the Thalmor are so upset about Talos is because they have no wieners. Is that what's going on? Right? These are philosophical questions. Women seem treated fairly in real life. All your bosses have been women. You should give beating up a hookeress another chance. Oh yeah, maybe it's Christian residue, right? But things happen in GTA, yeah. Oh man, free the elf penis, yeah. But they are elf penises exist, but they are hidden carefully. That's the magic of the elven races in the Elder Scrolls. That the appearance of their private parts is a magical mystery. A magical mystery tour. Come on, elven penises. Yeah. Seven is here. Good to see you. You think you'll be surprised, but it won't. But I won't push it anymore. Yeah. Some games, like I'm a big fantasy game player, and you know that's another thing. Like sci-fi and fantasy, I usually don't go outside of that in terms of like I hate sports games. So some of these games I probably would have. It just doesn't jive with me. That's another thing. Elf penises are like dogs; they retract. I see. Now that makes sense for our Elder Scrolls community. The hidden secret of the elven penises, right? Yeah. And what's nice about television now is that we're seeing more and more penises. I mean, it was always women's private parts, right? But now more and more penises are being seen. Yeah, that's always something when I'm watching television with my wife. We are looking. Look, a penis. Look, we finally found one, right? Because we're always seeing, um, when you're watching films and things, it's always women's private parts. Where are all the penises? More penises. If you're out there, we want to see, like the Odyssey. I'd love to see some penises on there. That would be great. I didn't see the Odyssey yet. Has anyone seen it? I'm looking forward to seeing it. Skyrim is your favorite game. That's for children. That's a child's game. This channel is about a wizard that casts hypnosis. Yeah, that's what the pentacle does. Because there's a hypnosis spell going on here, right? Good to see you, our good friend. Why not? You scrolled past the bard last night, surprised to see a priest. Oh, you saw me in my priestly uniform, right? Because we need to bring salvation to the zombies. Very important that they find salvation. So every Wednesday night, we have a Christian mission here that we bring salvation to the lost. The Odyssey is a 10. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. Red Dead Redemption is a good story. Yeah, my son enjoyed that game. The cowboy theme is not for me. I really don't enjoy it. You really want to see the Odyssey? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Is this a cult? Yes, you could join. Pledge your allegiance to Lord Labubu. Accept him into your heart, and you can join our cult. Yeah. Let's see. Best radio is GTA San Andreas. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those driving games I have played. I remember playing this one car game, listening to Guns N' Roses. That was fun, right? I love Guns N' Roses. Yeah. You can join this cult. Yeah. Like and subscribe. Go up to the like button up there, my friends, if you want to be a cult member. Like and subscribe. And then go to the join button down there. Buy me a cup of coffee. We have a wonderful Discord community with all kinds of people, atheists, pagans, Satanists, Christians, Muslims, and Jews, self-proclaimed deities. We have fun times. We talk about recipes. Gwendolyn here shares her feet pics. Now, we don't, because we have Christians, we don't, like Fiona here got mad by seeing all the penises on there. We moved that to our OnlyFans page, but we do allow feet pics. Fiona, you need to come back to our Discord. What am I doing today? I'm going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons later on today. I want to play for a few hours. If Blake comes on, Space Marines 2. That's a fun one. I love Space Marines 2. That's a fun one because I am a servant of the Emperor. Yeah. All hail the Labubu. Burnout Paradise was the Guns N' Roses. Well, look, you've joined the cult. Now, my friend, there. Thank you for buying me a coffee. There's a members only tab. There's the Discord link. If you're having trouble with that, Gwendolyn here can help you out. If you can't find the members only tab and the Discord link, yeah, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons here tonight. Dungeons and Dragons is what brought me into Satanism. The Christians were right. So we do that to recruit people into Satanism and witchcraft and the occult. Tonight at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live stream Dungeons and Dragons. Right? We have all kinds of fun. Now, in all seriousness, I am a comedian, but I do practice Druidry. Druidry is my spirituality, and I am a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. I represent the comedy branch here. My comedy has led lots of people into Obit, like Gwendolyn here. Gwendolyn is a member of Obit, right? It's a wonderful spirituality. Modern Druidry is what I practice. It has made me a better person. And unlike a lot of my Druid friends, they're very serious. They're into meditations. I think I'm the only comedian in Obit. I haven't found any other people that do what I do. In terms of my ancestors, the satirical element is what I represent, because the bards of my ancestors were into satire. They did, this wonderful, like in Ireland, there were laws. Fiona might know this. Have a good day, Fiona. The Philly, they had laws protecting. They could go up to kings and tell them to fuck off, and they would be okay because they were protected by the law. You love being a cult member, girl, Jamie. You love it here, right? Yeah, we have a good time here, a cult. Please live stream your rituals. I do. Well, the rituals I do, I never felt a desire. I don't do ritual. I do meditation. And I have live stream meditations out in my grove. I have done that. I don't do rituals in my personal practices. I do meditations with people, and the only rituals I really do is honoring the four corners, the north, east, south, and west. Uh, that's about it. I do a little ritual. That's about it. When I get together with my druid friends tomorrow, I'm getting together with my druids because tomorrow is, well, tonight starts lunacy, right? That's where I do rituals for community. Um, let's see, the true story. This is popped up as a side quest. Yeah, yeah. So I don't do that. Rituals aren't really my style, right? What do I make of what happened here? I must have missed something. You have a tattoo on your penis that says meditate? Yeah, that's a good place for it. Right? I have a lightning bolt on mine. Maybe we can show each other our tattoos. Yeah. Uh, Views on Buddhists. Vixen here is a Buddhist. I love Buddhism. Now, Buddhism is a wonderful philosophical tradition, right? Now, I disagree with mainstream Buddhism when it comes to personhood. I believe in persons, right? The idea of Buddhist love, for instance, the love is a means to an end. I think that is deplorable. Good to see you, Natasha. I think that love, a person, is the means to the end. I think the idea of everything an illusion is only in how you perceive the world. The world is real. You are real. And I think that human beings have the ultimate value that you are to love other people, not just as a means to an end. I think that is not a good philosophy. But people do Buddhism differently, right? So I'm sure that they're. You're tired as your testicles today. Well, what were you doing with them all night long, right? You love it here. You have a good time. Yeah. You're a half Buddhist and half Satanist, right? Yeah, that's what's wonderful about Buddhists, because it's really not about divinity, right? The devil has a live chat. Yes, it is here. You have called Satan. Satan is here. I am here. What do you want? Right here is your devil. Lord Labubo, we have conjured him up here for your entertainment experience, right? ELP, good to see you, my friend. And I apologize once again to my friends that were playing 7 Days to Die to me. The world is messed up. It is gone. Now, I did make another world, and I used the creative mode to give us all back our stuff. Right next to the church in downtown Deersville, I made a castle with all kinds of materials so we can remake the church again, because we need to bring salvation. The work goes on, my friend. The work goes on. So next Wednesday night, or maybe this weekend, or maybe Sunday, we could play ELP. Sorry, Brother ELP worked so hard on rebuilding the church in downtown Deersville, and it's quite unfortunate that it's gone. But you have to go. That's the work, right? You have to keep going back to it. You have to keep going back to it. But I think you'll be very happy with everyone that is played. All of the materials are back in the community chests right next to our church. So you don't have to go far, right? We're going to rebuild the church. We're going to rebuild the community of Deersville. One zombie at a time, we will bring salvation to, right? Are you a powerful being? No, Labubu is a powerful being. Labubu is my salvation right here. Buddha told his wife that he loved her for many lifetimes. The spirit has always been with him. So it's really isn't just an illusion. Yeah, it depends on what Buddhist you ask, right? Because there's all kinds of Buddhism. Yeah. It's no problem, but as long as we are saving zombies, that's all that matters, is bringing them to salvation, right? Can I go into my settings of life and turn the hardcore mode off? Well, then it would be no fun, right? If there's no contradiction in your life, there's no fun, right? Now, the mystery of life gives us all kinds of contradictions, sometimes terrible ones, right? That we really don't have any answer to. But without that terribleness, there would be no greatness, right? I've experienced great tragedies in my life, terrible things that I wouldn't wish on anyone, right? And I hate that I had to experience those things. But without those, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. That's the mystery of the terrible things. Nothing is wasted, right? You can transform your pain. You can transform the terrible things that have happened to you. That's what the cross of Jesus Christ to me is all about. I'm not a Christian, but I know that this terrible event that happened to Jesus, right, became his greatest event. What didn't kill him made him stronger. Everyone knows about him, right? They wanted to destroy him, but now everybody knows about him, right? That's the beauty of Christianity for me, even though I'm not a Christian, right? The fun part is you can jump off buildings and respawn. Yeah, you would hope, right? There's really no guarantee. I wouldn't recommend jumping off buildings unless you've accepted Lord Labubu as your personal savior. You're all set, right? Am I a Satanist? It depends on what time of the month. Yeah, when I'm hanging out with Hell Girl here, I'm a Satanist. Are you still here, Hell Girl? Orange, it's good to see you, our good friend here. You don't align with Christ in truth, and you don't know me. Jesus to me is my life. You don't have to be a Christian to adhere to loving your neighbor as yourself, loving your enemies, the idea that love overcomes all evil. You don't have to be a Christian to adhere to this philosophy. Jesus is my philosophy. I'm not ashamed about that. But I think Christianity is evil. I think the church is evil. Jesus plays D&D with the bot, yeah. Jesus shows up sometimes in my gaming tables, right? You don't follow dolls, you follow your own ideas. Well, the boo-boo curses you with erectile dysfunction. You don't want to follow a boo-boo, he's going to curse you, right? Good morning to you, Lloyd. How are you been, right? Let's see here. See, now you're being deleted for being inappropriate with your Christianity. I have a lot of Christian followers, and they appreciate the way I talk about it, right? They understand my point of view, right? If Christianity was like the way I present it to people, I think there'd be a lot more people into Jesus, right? Because Satanists have no trouble talking to me about Jesus, right? My Jesus is not violent. The Jesus I talk about is good and is healthy for the world. Let's see. As soon as you had a kid, no more enemies. You grow out of that mindset. Yeah. Right? That's very important, the mindset. Jesus is a real person who made real claims. Right? Well, not all the claims that are given to us are his, in my opinion. Right? I curse you with a short penis without sauce. Well, that's not fair. Why are you putting curses on me? In the name of the boo-boo, I break your curse. I break your curse. Divine nature, stop. Yeah, we're not interested in your point of views. You're being forceful. Why can't people just be attracted to your religion, right? Why do you have to force it on people? I don't have any people getting mad about me when I'm talking about Jesus, right? Why are you so forceful with it, right? You're responding to my claims. What are my claims? What am I claiming, right? You're a person, but you respect every religion. Yeah, it's not. It's Christianity could be okay without all of this institutional bullshit. Yeah, no one believes he didn't exist. I never said he didn't exist. See, why are you so violent with your religion, right? For some reason, a lot of wrongdoers hide behind the church, right? And that is true, right? This idea that I can keep doing wrong and be forgiving about it, not taking responsibility for your life. Yeah, that's one of the part of the darkness of. And now I believe in redemption. I believe that you can have a second chance. I think that's important for humanity, right? That you can, take responsibility for what you've done and move on. I don't believe in destroying humans. Uh, I don't see any human being separate from me. No matter how terrible you've done with your life, you're still a part of me, right? And I think, there should be a special place for you, that way you don't have to harm others, right? I think as long as you're around, in terms of our society, but you should have the ability to change. What's up with the Jewish symbols? Well, I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. That's why I have the Israeli flag behind me. Yeah. Red, you are a Satanist. What kind of Satanism are you, Red? Are you like Helga here? She's of the Satanic Temple. What a beautiful shape you discovered. Why are you talking about my penis? Yeah. That's crazy that people think that the pentacle is a Jewish symbol. Yeah, don't tell them. We have fun. Every day, someone asks me about the Israeli flag behind me. I mean, that's the kind of world we live in, right? So why not humor them, right? Um, where are we at here? Join our Jewish sorcery. Yeah, later on we're doing. If you go to the join button, you can participate in our gay Jewish homosexual orgies that we do here every day with Lord Labubu guiding them, right? Yeah. You are a theistic Satanist. You pray to Satan every day. Yeah. That's not a philosophy for me. I don't appreciate theistic Satanism. I don't think it's beneficial for humanity. And I've spoken about that before. But I have no problem with people doing what you want to do. I don't care because I'm an entertainer. Miss Quinn, you are an atheist? Yeah. Atheists are my friends. Satanists are my friends. Pagans, Christians are my friends. Muslims are my friends. Jewish people, of course, are my friends. I'm a person of courtesy. I want to have a conversation with you, right? I don't have to believe what you're doing, right? Now, I've always been a fan of the Satanic Temple because of their satire. I think that is much needed in our day because our governments are out of control with their Christianity, right? Now, over in the UK, it's getting better, but not in a good way. Like King Charles over there. I mean, he's basically a Muslim now. Let's. I mean, to be honest, I mean, that's something. The Islamic problems in the UK. They're going to be taking over the legal framework. You already have in some cities, like the Muslim police forces, right, enforcing Sharia law. I mean, that's bullshit, right? So the Satanic temples are really got a different experience over there than in the United States, I would say. You have a lot to deal with, right? You have a lot to deal with, the Satanic temple in the UK, as opposed to what we deal with over here. I think you are subject which is unfortunate. The Satanic Temple in the UK, you are going to be subject to more violence than we have in the United States, the Satanic Temple here. If you become a Satanist, do I get to be with Anko from DXD if you die? Oh, man. Labubu gave you permission to drink tequila this morning. Labubu, right? Blame it on the boo-boo. Blame it on the boo-boo. Yeah, yeah. You got to blame it on something. Blame it on the boo-boo. Right there. Oh, satire is the answer, my friends. Yeah. Satire is something that gets into you, helps you to think, right? You know, some of my favorite political satirists were Christopher Hitchin, of course, and you might be surprised, Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, I don't agree with his politics, obviously, but he was funny as hell, right? I was forced to listen to him. My boss, when I was in the 90s, my boss was like into politics big time. And he had a lawnmower company. I would cut grass and shit. And he put it on full blast. And I'm like, this guy is funny as hell, right? I didn't care about his politics, but the way he made fun of people, his satire, it was gold, right? So I appreciate, I listened to him like forever until he died, just to get a laugh, right? I know that some people, they're offended by him. Well, that's what satire does. It offends people, right? Yeah, he was much funnier when he would pop the pills, right? Right? Yeah, we don't do politics here. We're not interested in that stuff, right? Boo Boo file for bankruptcy. Who is Boo Boo? I only know one hamster named Boo. That's it. And he's a miniature giant. So that's it. Take care, 7. We'll talk on Discord later. Yeah. Cornwall is full of covens. Oh, I want to go to Cornwall. The demon lord Labubu has answered your prayers. Praise Labubu. All hail the Dark Lord. You have cheeseburgers, but when you eat cheeseburgers be gone. You don't like cheeseburgers? You know, good morning to you. Holy Hondas. Oh, shit. Well, I drive a Chrysler, sir. That's the one that Jesus drove. You drive a Honda? Oh, man. Remember Piston Honda from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? I mean, he would kick your ass, right? Piston Honda. Satanic covens? Oh, my. Oh, shit, yeah. Can any Satanist help you out? There's a few here. Hellgirls, I don't know if anybody else does that here. I am not a Satanist. I'm just an entertainer. Can Bob clean your house? A clown, this is for adults. Now, you can't woo me over with your money here. I don't smell people's asses. Thank you for your $2 donation. I appreciate that, but I just, some stuff is so childish that I just won't acknowledge. I mean, flagellants, really? You know, I mean, that's humor for children here. This is for 18 and up. If you are under the age of 18, please leave. This is for adults. Yeah. The Demon Lord is here. The demon, Ronald McDonald, unfortunately doesn't have a job anymore, right? He was a fun clown. When I was a kid, my peers would have birthday parties at McDonald's in the 80s, and Ronald McDonald would show up, or Grimace, or the Hamburglar. Where have they gone? Where is Ronald McDonald? Early in the 2000s, people with the clowns, they used to scare the shit out of people, right? Now Ronald McDonald is out of a job. I want to have a birthday party at McDonald's with Ronald McDonald. Where are you at, Ronald? Janie, nice to see you. Welcome. Yeah, where's Ronald McDonald at? Damn it. Satanists are actually normal folk. Yeah, they are. And they are patriots where I am. They certainly are. Um, Ronald Donk was last seen on Skid Row. Oh, shit. You are from the 80s, Janie, as well? You remember Ronald McDonald? Yeah, I remember all those fun parties. I remember when Chuck E. Cheese had all of the animatronics, but now Chuck E. Cheese sucks. Have you been to Chuck E. Cheese? They suck. The one by our house only has Chuck E. Cheese as an animatronic. I want the whole damn band back. It sucks. Chuck E. Cheese, you suck. You got rid of tokens, and then it's like, what? Why would I walk around with a stupid credit card? I want tokens. You guys suck, Chuck E. Cheese. Bring back the tokens. You're 83 is you were born in 83. Yeah. So you remember the good times in the 90s, having fun, right? What is this shit today? No Ronald McDonald birthday parties, right? You grew up in the 2000s, McDonald's. That's when Ronald McDonald began to make his exit, right? You think Ronald McDonald is a demonic clown, right? Well, Ricky Barber will disagree with you. Ricky Barber is a Christian missionary that is a clown, right? Yeah, I love watching Ricky Barber. He's funny. He is really, in terms of Christianity, all I see is vanity, the sin of vanity. He's always lifting weights and shit. The sin of vanity, Ricky Barber. And then he talks about Jesus and following his teachings. The other day, he was convicted by the Holy Spirit, he said, to remove his piercings. His whole face was pierced. And he's like, the Holy Spirit began to speak to me about my piercings. I'm like, is the Holy Spirit selective with the vanity? Right? Yeah. Extremely different times now. Yeah. Like, even like the playgrounds, like I have 8 children. The playgrounds, you can't even get hurt on anymore. When I was a kid, people were breaking their arms and shit all the time, getting splinters from the wooden structures at the playgrounds. And now you go to the playground, the local park, everything's made out of rubber. You could climb up to the top and fall down and nothing happens, right? There's no challenge to the playgrounds. They're not fun anymore, right? Used to be cool to climb on top, right? Now it's no big deal. Do you think people will look back at 2026 and say the good old days? Yeah, probably. I mean, but nothing's better than the 80s. The 80s were that's where I grew up, right? That's when I started becoming a Satanist, when I started playing Dungeons and Dragons. Your mom stopped letting you watch Smurfs? Yes, the Smurfs turned me into a homosexual. The Christians were right? Yeah. Smurfette is transgender, right? Because or non-binary, because she has no private parts, right? It made me into all kinds of diversity happened when I watched the Smurfs, right? What was funny is the Smurfs movie. They really pissed Christians off in that one because they quoted Brokeback Mountain. Oh, how do I quit you, Gargamel? Or he said that to his cat, right? Whatever his cat is called. I forgot what it's called. Asriel. Oh, how do I quit you? Right? That was funny as hell. Right? I was a Christian at the time, so I didn't watch the Smurfs. Right? Now I think it's funny. Right? Blake, we got to play Space Marines 2. Hopefully we can find another player. Yeah, I love Space Marines 2. That's a lot of fun. I'm a machine, the guy with the big machine gun. That's what I like to do. I like standing in the back and firing. I'm really good at it. Firing that big giant machine gun. That's the character that I like to play. The siege, the sieges. The siege on hardcore mode, I cannot do. The normal siege mode is good, right? From the land of the ancestors, our good Welsh friend Blake here. The Welsh always find me. They always find me. They're always here. Don't forget, my friends, to hit the like button as you come in. Spiritual entertainment, comedy and spirituality together here in one place, whatever you want to talk about. Tonight, don't forget, is our Dungeons and Dragons live stream. Now, I won't be talking to you, unfortunately, because I'm talking to my players. But people have a good time watching us. Someone is always laughing, right? Like last week's game, I think was our best. There was no combat at all. It was all role play. In one of my players, she's like an uppity elf, and she's always complaining about things, and she's funny. She takes it very seriously. She gets too much into character, which is fun. I love it when she does it. So tonight, if you like Dungeons and Dragons, you'll have a good time watching our comedy, right? Is being a femboy pineapple? I don't know what you want to do with your fruits. Or you want to meet up at the Orlando Dave and Buster's? Yeah, that's a good homosexual hangout, right? Just let you know when, Blake? Yeah. I think my son uninstalled it. I have to download it again. But we'll certainly play it soon. Maybe today, I don't know. In the upcoming week, certainly, right? Maybe in one of the evenings next week. This upcoming week, my schedule changes. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time will be our morning show. And then between 5 and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be doing gaming streams every night. That'll be the norm from now on. Weekends, 7 a.m. will be Voice of the Bard. Usually every Saturday or Sunday, you'll catch me out at my grove, my sacred grove, where I talk about druidry. That's my spirituality. What in the Skyrim? We're not children here, penis. We don't play Skyrim. That's for children. Yeah, this is Oblivion music. Take care. Did you put the clothes in the dryer?
Yeah.
Thank you. My daughter's on her way out. It's all comedy, yeah. Most of it, yeah. The Welsh always go where there's good people. Yeah. You laugh at my priest outfit? That used to be my real clergy shirt when I worked in a church. I thought I would never use it again. But now I use it to save souls of the zombies. Yeah. Fiona came out. She's like, what's going on here? Are you going back to church? I'm like, well, in a manner of speaking, right? Skyrim is on another level. Measure your time on the years, not hours. Yeah. I was in a beta tester for Skyrim. So I got probably 4,000 hours. No more. Screw you, Bethesda. How are you going to keep milking it? We are tired of your bullshit. Give us our new Elder Scrolls, damn it. You have the Elder Scrolls. All people who love D&D, well, D&D is a fun game. For me, it is the best game because it allows your creativity. Like as a dungeon master, all of my games are built on what the players did before. Their choices. See, I have to be, why is my music like this? It keeps repeating the same song over and over again. All of my, the way that I play the game is that it's the player's creativity is really, that's Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 in the background here. It's all based on the creativity of the player. And so I have to be in a state of mind where I have to respond to what they're doing. Whatever it is, I'm always on responding. It's all improv for me. That's what most of the game is. And I love improv, right? That's what I do here, right? I'm responding to your creativity, basically, right? You can't wait for the next remastered version of Skyrim. 3 console generations, all right? Yeah. The new Xbox is coming out, what, next year? Or is it this Christmas? The Helix? Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Skyrim on that, right? John Doe, good to see you. And Kevin Howe, the grandson of Gordie Howe, is here, our resident mythicist. Sky music on repeat. Yeah. Today we have, for your entertainment leisure, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, classic elements of it. Not the battle music, but the relaxing elements of the music. Skyrim VR. Now I have that. I played that. It was fun, but I can't do VR. My blood pressure skyrockets when I play, and my arthritis goes into overdrive when I'm playing Skyrim VR. I could be sitting down playing it too. It just it makes me ill for whatever reason. You want me to smoke a shard? I don't smoke shards. What is a shard? Put my hood back on. I'm breaking character. You want my hood? It only looks good when I'm standing up for whatever reason. So I got it off. There you are. There's the hood for you. You see, it just doesn't have the same effect when I'm sitting down. It doesn't. It does. Do you think it has the same flavor, or what do you think? Should I keep the hood on or off? It just doesn't have the same flavor for me. Creativity, the best kind. I've got design skill for the rest of your 2 brain cells. You've lost all your brain cells as well. Your favorite game was Half-Life. Yeah, that's a classic one, right? That's been around for a while in many flavors, right? Remastered Half-Life. Yeah. I never got into Half-Life myself, right? Beavis and Butthead on Sega Genesis. Now you're going back to the old days, right? What was that on Sega Genesis? Beavis and Butthead? I can't remember. I know there's been Beavis and Butthead games, right? I would like to. Did you watch Beavis and Butthead go to space? That looked funny. I want to see that, right? The arthritis is autoimmune. Yeah. You like Elden Ring? Oh, that's a beautiful game. I have the DLC for it. Yeah, Elden Ring is a beautiful game. Wonderful lore, right? That was quite difficult for me to. I mean, I did so much cussing. I broke a controller. Can you start Baldur's Game campaign? I did that already. We played through Baldur's Game a few months ago. Baldur's Gate 1. We played through it, the entire game. I never did Baldur's Gate 2. I'm waiting. Right now, there's a developer called Baldur's Gate. What is it called? Let me see here. I'm waiting for him to finish Baldur's Gate Rebirth mod, which is set in the Kingdom of Cormier. It is a modulation that repurposes the Baldur's Gate engine, and the game is all in Cormier. And I'm looking forward to that. Age of Empires, that was fun. I've always had fun with that. Remember Lords of the Realm? Lords of the Realm. That was fun. Stronghold, the old Caesar games. Plebs are needed. Plebs are needed. Plebs are needed. Remember that? You got Guar tickets in the video game. Oh man, Guar was a funny band, right? They're still around. The people go just to get hit by the hammers, right? Prostate exam. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't get it. As I mentioned, people want me to do GTA, and I said maybe it's Christian residue, but it just makes me uncomfortable beating up prostitutes and stuff. And I don't like car games. I'm more of a fantasy sci-fi person. Most other games, they just don't do it for me, right? Especially sports games. I hate sports games unless it's Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl on NES is kick-ass. That is like the best football game ever. Or Blades of Steel. That's the shit right there, right? See, what do you think? Hood on or off? What is the look today? What do you think? Do you like the hood on when I'm sitting? When I'm sitting, it really doesn't have the same flavor for me. It doesn't look right. I don't know. You people decide, right? Command and Conquer. There's some old school games right there. Minecraft. Was always a fun game. You ever find Herobrine on your game? Herobrine was a big joke, right? But if you were lucky enough to get Herobrine in your copy of Minecraft, I mean, this was the rumor. Hidden in the code was Herobrine. And if you were lucky to find him, he would destroy everything, right? If you were lucky. Yeah, Minecraft was a fun game, but it doesn't have the same flavor as it used to, right? You are an incel nerd. Well, I think incels is a terrible philosophy, but you're certainly welcome to be here. Just don't be a dickhead, as you have been doing. Rare form of bard for you, unhooded bard. Yeah. Herobrine. Yeah, you remember Herobrine? High on Life is a good game. Oh, you remember Blades of Steel? That was the best hockey game ever. Yeah, the NES games were the best. You want me to stream some NES games? That would be fun to do. Because I love NES. That's like my favorite system. Yeah, all of the NES games are online for free now. There's websites you could play them on there for free, right? Have you had your daily Ethernet consumption? Oh, every day. Oh, man. NBA hang time. Yeah, that was fun. The NBA game on the Nintendo. Yeah. You had Michael Jordan on there. You had like real players, right? Yeah, don't forget, my friends, as you're coming in, there's a like button at the top of your screen. And that's right up there. You see it? Help a bot out. Like and subscribe. I do this every day. I talk to you, whatever you want to talk about, right? Comedy and spiritual. Shining Force on Sega. Oh, my goodness. You are going back. I was never a Sega person, but I did get a Sega emulator, and I played Shining Force. That was a lot of fun. You know, I think this is on Sega or SNES. Seventh Saga. Have you played that one? That was a really good game. Seventh Saga. Very fun game for, was it Sega or Super Nintendo? I can't remember, right? Yo, Unk, what is the hell your background? That is where I summon Lord Labuba from the Abyss. Yeah. How's my back doing? It's shit. That's why I'm sitting down today. My back is shit, right? Kiwi, our good friend from New Zealand, good to have you here for your entertainment leisure. Glad that you're here for our conversation. And now, Atari sucks for me. I had an Atari. I was never interested in video games. Atari sucked. But when Nintendo came out, that's when I fell in love with gaming. Yeah. Everyone's getting our daily. Yeah. Did I ever get your AC sorted out? You talking about my armor class? RoboCop on Nintendo. Oh, that was fun, Latasha. You remember that one? That was a fun one. I love the RoboCop films because, I am from Detroit. So I loved RoboCop, right? There was all the last edition of RoboCop which was made about 15 years ago, was well done. I wish they would do more RoboCop films, because that was the philosophy, the spirituality of the RoboCop is really well done. Fresh Kaya is here. She's got an interesting channel about spirituality. And I watched her running around in the woods, right? So go check out Fresh Kaya here, right? She's got an interesting channel. Good to have you here, Fresh Gaia, for your entertainment leisure in the morning. Oh, Pitfall was the only game that was good on Atari. Now, when Pitfall came to Nintendo, that's where it had more flavor, right? Force you to ignore the region of your body. Yeah, I try to ignore my arthritis as much as I can because it's here to stay. Is there any healers out there? You want to heal me of my arthritis? How about Birthright Gorgon's Alliance on PC? I don't remember that one. I don't remember that. My air conditioner is fixed, sir. Yesterday, my AC man came out. I had to take out a loan, unfortunately. It cost me $2,000. You know, where I live in Florida, if you don't have AC, you're fucked. AC is a normal thing for people here. Am I a Satanist? It depends on what day of the month. Yeah. I'm a gay Jewish Satanist, yeah. Silky and soft sadness, yeah. You want to rub my fabrics, do you? Marbled Madness. Now, what's interesting about Marbled Madness is the music. Marbled Madness on Nintendo was an interesting game. You're rolling around a marble. Big deal, right? But the music is what it made it. It gave it its immersion factor. Now, it was all like in this 3D world, the Marbled Madness, which made it kind of interesting, right? Now, speaking of 3D, Qbert. Now, Qbert was an Atari game, was it not? When Qbert came to Nintendo, that's where it had a little bit more flavor. Qbert was a weird-ass game. You're on this strange pyramid, and you're jumping around on the colors, right? Qbert, a little interesting. You ever see the Snorks? That old cartoon? That was like Qbert. He was like a snorked-like creature, right? Atari 64 was cutting edge. Yeah, color screen. Yeah, Atari had this interesting Atari. What was it called? There was this Atari system, which was its last hurrah. It was Atari. It had a name. I forgot what it was called. Some of you probably remember. But what's unfortunate about, like when TurboGrafx came out, it was better than Nintendo. It was better than Sega. But Sega and Nintendo had all of the power. And these other systems that came out, they would tell stores, if you sell this shit, we're done with you. So they had a monopoly, right? So all of these new systems, you never got to see them, right? You have a bong of healing. Touch me with your bong of healing. It might not be arthritis that happened to you. Mine's arthritis. I've had x-rays, and I've been going to pain therapy since 2006. I get x-rays every so often, and my blood tested. I get injections every month for it. It is arthritis. So it's an unfortunate kid. Brother Paladin Morningstar, bringing the light to us. Good. The Atari Jaguar, that's what it was. Yeah, the Atari Jaguar. That was the shit, but it got destroyed. Atari Jaguar was a very powerful system. And television was a great alternative to Atari. A Coleco, right? They had a lot of games that were much better than Atari, right? The Intellivision, the Coleco, that was a lot of fun, right? Earthworm Jim brings back your memories. Yeah. Angela, small penis is here. Good to see you. If you want to walk on your back to stop pain, I can. 130 kilograms. You won't be able to feel the gain again. Yeah, I've done everything. I've got all of these treatments from various. I've been to all kinds of healers throughout my life. It's just part of. It's you're growing old. It's just part of it, right? Your body doesn't work like it used to. I mean, I should be complaining about my penis more than my back, right? So I don't have the fun I used to with it. It's part of old age, right? It just happens, right? And having arthritis has made me humble, right? It's made me humble. It's made me think of life in different ways. It's part of my spirituality and dealing with my pain, right? And I'm high all the time. You ever see that? What's that doctor film? Is it Bones? It's not Bones. It's Doctor. There's this doctor who's handicapped. It was a television series. He's always popping pills, right? The actor who played it, I think he was Doctor Who once, or this old guy. He looked like Doctor Who, anyways. House, that's it. That's me. Being high all the time has made me, having these conversations, right? Stop pain therapy yourself. Spend 4 years. Yeah, seriously shambles right now. Yeah, pain management therapy. I've been going to since '96, and I've been on all kinds of drugs most of my life. Now I'm not addicted to drugs. I take opioids every morning. It's no big deal to me. I try to detox every month for about a week. I won't take any medicines except for my reefer. It's just part of my life. I think detoxing every month has helped me to stay up, because you can get addicted to opioids. People do all the time. It's good to know what this pain is coming from. Yeah. Aren't you a bit old to be LARPing? You're never too old to LARP. And I LARP in the evenings. Mornings is me. It's my spirituality. Right? I can relate to what you're saying, Angela. Yeah. Everything I was cocky and arrogant about life, humbled you about from the, yeah. Humility helps, right? Your pain. Yeah, I am house. Because I found when I'm at my highest, that's when I, enter the place of comedy, right? Billy Moss, how many what? Right? What are we talking about here? Don't forget, my friends, Labubu wants you to touch the like button. Right there at the top of your screen. Labubu demands your allegiance. He wants you to touch the like button. You do Oxycontin. Now, I do hydrocodone. Oxy is too strong, right? Yeah, my doctor, he had me on some for the evening times, muscle relaxers. I started tripping out, so I stopped taking those. Reefer has been the best for me. Now, forever I did alcohol in the evenings. And when I switched over to Reefer, I lost like 50 pounds. I mean, some of you remember last year, my head was 5 times the size, right? You are disappointed Vicodin didn't do it for me like others say it does? Yeah. I think marijuana is like the best. Yeah. Do cats have 49 lives? I don't know. I don't have cats. I have rabbits and tortoises. Dexter Morgan, good to see you. Shalom, brother. Shalom to you. Do not take them, Bob. I've taken them. I don't like them. So I don't. The oxy is too powerful. Made me ill, right? I don't like it. Only, yeah. You were looking at old videos of you had lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I did. I lost like 50 pounds. when I switched to marijuana. Yeah, I remember going to my doctor after 2 months of using marijuana. He's like, "What did you do?" I said, "I started using Delta 8 and Delta 9 products." He's like, "What? Give me the." My doctor's kind of chunky. He's like, "Give me the website." Yes, for the website. My family physician I go to every year for my physicals. He's like, "What did you do?" So I go every October. I see him. He's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Reefer, buddy. Marijuana is the best weapon." Yeah. You do sugar every night. 5 milligrams of nicotine. Um, Black dots and bananas. Those are spider eggs, really? Yeah, I didn't know that. Uh, Things that never happened. Mofo show is here. It sucks all opiates below. Methadone is a monster. Yeah, I've never had an addiction to opioids. 1 out of 3 people get addicted to them. That is the rate. I Having a pain management doctor. Now he gets pissed off. He gets in trouble because sometimes I come in and I have to do pee tests randomly, and sometimes there's nothing there because I'll be detoxing. I quit for about a week, and there's nothing there in the urine. So I got to make sure I save pills before I go in, because I try to detox every month from it because it doesn't. It's like no big deal when I take them after a few days. Nature's drug. You start assuming opioids will ruin your life. It's just a matter of when. I've been taking them for 20 years. So I'm not addicted to them. I never have been addicted to substances, ever. I've used, like, when I was a teenager, I tried all kinds of shit. I've never been addicted. Like, I used alcohol for my pain management, and it gave me headaches when I drank too much. I don't get addicted. I'm addicted to things like Dungeons and Dragons. I could play that all day, right? Video games, I'm addicted to. Religion, a big addiction, all right? I'm addicted to my wife, but that's a good one. It's Delta 9 is the real marijuana. Yeah, Delta 8 is more of the the oils and shit that people have, but concentrated. Delta 8 works great for relaxation. I use it every night before I go to sleep, and I sleep like a baby. My brain synapses are fucked. That's true, right? Because when I go a week without it, I'm like, I don't think clearly, right? So that is true. Um, there's no hope for my brain because I've used substances for 20 years. I do understand that my brain synapses is fucked, right? There's nothing I can do about it, right? That's just part of my life. If I ever had lost my pain management, I'm fucked, right? It's just going to be a part of the rest of my life. Video games is your addiction, yeah. Video games it takes me to another place where I don't even think about my pain. I just, like my arthritis in my hands, I've noticed is showing up when I'm playing. I'm like, why is my hand so stiff? I don't goon with this hand. What's going on? Um, 20 years of using opiates, you're 100% addicted. I guarantee you could not quit cold turkey tomorrow. See, you're full of shit because I do quit every month. I quit for a week or two every month to get off of it. So you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't have uh, it's not a big deal to me when I'm taking opioids. I don't care, right? It affects your stomach too. For some people, I'm never constipated. I'm always shitting in the morning. Some people get constipated bad from opioids. I don't. I'm always have a healthy bowel movement. You want to see my toilet? Um, we will pray for you. Go ahead. Thank you. Yeah, if you can heal me, I'll quit all drugs except reefer. I've seen this story over and over. Just some guy thinks he's much smarter than he actually is. The Kruger effect. Well, fuck off if you don't like it. I mean, really. Um, I, my life is an open book. I don't mind talking about my struggles, my problems with people. You don't have to be here, right? I think it's unfortunate when you're judging me. You don't know anything about my life. Um, you take fiber supplements, a can of Metamucil a night for you. I'm always careful, right? Pain management has been my lifestyle. I mean, I'm always in pain, and whatever I'm going to use, whatever helps me, to be able to, take my kids to school, right? You can't take your kids to school on marijuana, but opioids, yes, I can drive, no problem, right? I understand that there's an opioid crisis. That's not my fucking problem. I don't abuse drugs, right? Uh, you have an addictive personality. That's not my fault. I've always been monitored by my physician. You know, um, I, I I stop using it for a week every month. Right? You do get withdrawals from it, but that's easily counted with some more reefer. You can get through it. It takes like 3 days to get through. The first day is not bad. The second day is when you feel kind of like under the weather. But you can just use more gummies for that day, right? You are entertaining and honest. Yeah, I got nothing to hide here. Uh, I am a dope fiend and I use drugs. I just bought it from Chico, the neighborhood thug. He keeps telling me to stop, but I say no. I'm a dope fiend. You remember the song? Yeah. 1 week is not enough. Yeah. You have a personality of a lame donkey. At least I'm not screwing them like you are. Yeah. Uh, God, Bod, you sound a lot like me. Yeah, I'm just an entertainer making my way in the world. Yeah. Pain management is meant for short time consumption. Well, not for people who have degenerative diseases and pain problems. Yeah. What are you, a fucking doctor? You don't know shit. I've seen the same people for 20 years. Uh, when I started pain management, I couldn't walk. And my pain manager, like, you're the youngest person I've like grown up with my pain management doctor. As I started that when I was in my, how old was I? I was in my 20s, right? When I started. And I watched all these old people coming in and out of there over the years. You need your weed. Yeah. Um, be kind or leave. Yeah, you don't have to be here. You're not my physician. Yeah. Bard, who is more satanic, Corn or Limp Biscuit? Well, no longer Corn, because Corn has got Christianity in it now. You got that wonderful what's his name? Is he the bassist or the guitar player? I can't remember. He's out preaching the gospel on his YouTube channel. So Limp Bizkit is more satanic, right? Than the Corn. Corn is Christianity now, saving souls, right? Um, where are you okay with walking now? Oh, I can walk. I have, without my medication, I have 60 hours of I have 60 minutes of mobility before I'm like, shit, this hurts. When I am under the influence of my medications, I have 3 hours of mobility. That's it. When I get my injections, even more. Every month I get my injections. Next week I get my injections in my back because my back swells up from the arthritis. I found Christ after I did the same shit dumbass. I got injured playing college football in Viking. Well, don't blame me for your substance abuse, sir. Poor baby. It's not my fault that you're a drug addict. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, people want to blame me for their problems. Grow up. Go whine somewhere else. Yeah. Have you ever considered microdosing for LSD for pain management? No, I am not a fan of LSD. I did LSD when I was a teenager, and I had wonderful and terrible experiences doing it. I would never do it again. No. I'll certainly do cyberselling again in the context of a community religious ritual with my druid buddies. But I'm not a fan of tripping. I like being in reality. Now, I did that last year. I did a cyberselling trip, and I made a video about it called The Psychedelic Turning Point. I felt called to do it. I felt that that was a spiritual moment for me. But I didn't enjoy the experience of, being under the influence. I like being in control of my mind, but it certainly was beneficial to me doing it. I don't ever want to do it again, unless it's in the context of a community. A decent level of mobility here. Reefa, talking about getting high. The Pope of Dope has arrived. Yeah, he uses cannabis for his. He has to use cannabis all the time. His spine has been detached from the body. You have a lot of spinal problems, back physical problems. Lewis is a resident stoned again Christian, constantly smoking reefers, and you will see it in our game tonight. If you watch our D&D game tonight, one reefer right after another, with our good friend here. You had a bilateral fusion, disectomy. Shit, right? That's terrible. You must be born again, people. Yes, Lewis, preach it. Please reef us. Lewis is a stoned again Christian, the Pope of Dope. I'd love to be his type of Christian, right? Why are they trying to tell you what works for you? I know, what a bunch of idiots. There's people here who are very guilty with their choices of their life. And when you are feeling shame, you try to push it on others. I'm against substance abuse. I support 12-step programs. I had to grow up with an abuser, right? I am not for substance abuse. I talk about 12-step programs all of the time. I do not abuse substances, right? I understand that there are people who suffer from substance abuse, and I support 12-step programs all the time. We have a good friend in our community who has puts on our Discord server pagan 12-step programs, because most of them are very Christian, right, or monotheistic. I am a big fan of 12-step programs. I'm against abusing substances. I am 100% against it. Not against medical use or recreation, right? I don't like the fact that some people, you are enslaved to your substances, right? You ate 3 microdosing. It helps your migraine, really. Helps with circulation. Yeah, that's another thing I get, migraines. But I take Maxalt, takes care of it right away. One of the things I've noticed since using marijuana for my pain, I get less migraines. When I was 20 years old, I quit smoking marijuana, and I started getting migraines. But now that I've returned back to using marijuana, I get less headaches. Isn't that neat? Oh, let's see here. Ultra careful. I am Ariana Grande. I've been doing this pain management for 20 years. I've been quite okay. I have a physician who monitors me. I have a wife that monitors me. I am no substance abuser. I don't want to abuse substances. I like being in reality, believe it or not. I think being sober is the best way to live. I retired from my religious work. Some of you think this is funny, but I told my bishop, I'm high all the time. I can't help your parishioners anymore. Because I don't always, I can't think properly when I'm stoned. But I love moments of sobriety. In the middle of my day is the best day for meditation because I'm sober. Sobriety to me is the best high. I wish I did not have to take medications for my pain, but I have a life to live. Like, when I'm making dinner in the evening for my family, I can't do it unless I'm high. I mean, that's where I'm sitting down now because my back is fucked right now. I need my injections. I won't get them for another week, right? Pain management is difficult. Yeah, there's people who get kicked out of it all the time. Like my doctors told me, if you don't come in with urine that is dirty, I'm going to kick you out because they think I'm selling the drugs. I usually detox, and then every now and then I go in with clean urine. He's like, I'm going to kick you out of here. So now I have to put pills aside at the end. Turn to reefers, friends. Yeah. You feel psychedelics show parts of reality that you can't perceive, usually about yourself, right? I'm very grateful for when I did use. Now, when I was 16 or 17 years old, trying LSD for the first time, I was doing it to get high, but it helped me to see something about my life, that it was very shallow, right? That I was missing something, right? And that helped me to go on a journey in life in terms of spirituality. Let's see here. Benzos for you. Yeah. Mostly about self, alone, energy around us. Yeah. You've convinced yourself your body is still hurt and you get the days without pills. If you get into Subox program, yeah, I'm sorry that you're guilty and shameful about your substance abuse. That's not my problem. The idea that I've convinced myself, you are stupid. You don't know my pain. I can't stand right now, asshole. I am hurting that bad. And I gotta wait till tonight to get high, right? Tonight, I'm celebrating Lunasa. So I'm probably going to be having a beer tonight with our D&D game. I'm going to have Guinness Stout to celebrate the harvest. So that's going to. I usually don't drink, but because it's a festival tonight, Lunasa begins in the evening. Tomorrow is Lunasa, the day, right? So I'm probably going to have drinking some wheat-based products to celebrate the harvest. Your son has lived his entire chronic life with pain. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. LSD doesn't show you know it. Well, I didn't know. I mean, I don't like LSD. I think it's a terrible drug. I think cyberselin is better. But it helps you to see sometimes things about yourself. Did your issues come from an accident? Yes and no. Arthritis is what I've inherited from my ancestors. And it started developing in my 20s. And I did have an accident and just aggravated it. Every now and then I get in these accidents that aggravate it, right? You're on a pilgrimage of physical pain. You have spasticity. People think you have MS. Used to hide inside. Now I just go around looking gippish. Well, you're welcome here, Jason. We love you. All of our people here, you're all welcome here. Welcome to Gimpland, my friends. Yeah, my penis doesn't work, Jason, anymore either, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, all of these old people problems, you're welcome here. Receding hairlines, false teeth right here. I got all kinds of teeth implants. Getting old here. Erebus. Severe pain can cause ups and downs in personality and anger. That's right. It certainly can. I've been an asshole a lot of times because of my pain. Right? You love this channel. You're welcome here, our friend. I don't get connected to feeling from LSD like shrooms. Yeah, LSD I think is a terrible drug. Yeah. Yeah, I got adult diapers on too. I shit my pants. Yeah. Nothing works anymore. I'm just degenerate, right? I'm hunched over. I'm a hunchback. I have to practice posture when I'm in public. I didn't realize that I was hunching over until I saw someone take a film of me in public. I'm like, why am I walking this way? I'm like, why didn't you tell me? I was telling me. She goes, I thought that was just how you walked. So I have to practice posture now because I'm going crooked. And it hurts to walk straight. But I practice that now. Where's RA? You understand what pain looks like? Yeah. It's possible. Terminal serious every time you cry. It's like a dark wave song. Yeah. Rod is here. Oh boy. He has brought the rod here for your entertainment leisure. Quarters for shots. I get trigger point injections every month. It lasts for about 2 weeks. The swelling returns up after 2 weeks. I get these injections. I get 6 of them in my back with this long needle going in my back. It's no fun. It hurts every damn time. It's like acupuncture though, because I feel better afterwards, right? Gustavo, you gotta hit the gym. Why does my physical health any concern of you? Just because I'm not doing it that way. See, there's these people, they live in constant shame. And they get these health kicks, and they're not secure on the inside. So they're always telling people to go to the gym and shit like that. I'm very healthy, sir. My doctor says I am in the most healthiest condition for someone in my condition, right? Just because I'm not going to the gym doesn't disqualify me from health. I'm sorry that you feel all shameful inside and it's driving you to go and talk about it in this way. But I love myself. I'm sorry that you don't. If you loved yourself, you don't have to go pushing it on others, right? What the hell did you do to your back? Arthritis, my friend. My mushroom guy is offensive. He breeds his own fungi, always making his own kind. He looks like Gargamel. Oh, my. Says, I'm very healthy, says a man with a double chin. Well, young man, when you get old, your skin is going to flap down too. You should see my penis. I mean, it sags terribly, right? Yeah, I'm sorry that you're insecure with your life, that you have to talk about others. When you learn to love yourself, you're happy, right? I love myself. Now, I could get a facial if I wanted to. Everything back in place again, right? My body is in the perfect condition for someone of my age and stature. Right? I'm happy with myself. Yeah. They get angry that I speak truthfully. Yeah, a lot of insecurity here with people. I think like people that have 666 in the name, that's like I have a small penis. Notice me. Yeah, that's what I see. You got in any? You broke your back? Shit. Sorry to hear that. Are you not fond of having facial spot? I wouldn't mind it. I mean, it costs doing this shit would cost me like $10,000 to. I've had friends that have got that done in their old age. That put put all their skin back where it belongs, right? $10,000. Now, if you want to pay for me to get my, all of my skin pulled back, I would do it, no problem, right? But I'm afraid of surgeries because you could die from that, right? You could die from surgeries, right? Fiona's just getting 2 new hips. Us old people, right? I hope your surgery goes well, Fiona. That's a unfortunate experience getting hip surgery, right? Spinal is Mike Tyson's reference spot. Really? We love Mike Tyson. He's funny. Okay. Let's see here. First one is an 8th of October. We'll be certainly to pray and say, meditate and send good vibes your way, Fiona. That's a terrible experience having your hip replaced, and you're only 45 years old, right? Yeah, welcome to the old people world, right? That's when I started going blind. I used to have 20/20 vision and shit, right? You would super chat you, but you can't afford it either. Have I considered structural support? Exoskeletons? Now, my doctor can do back surgeries on me. Sorry, I went down the wrong pipe there. But it could make it worse. One of the things he also offered to do was to use a laser to burn away my nerve endings. I don't want that shit done. I'd rather get high. That scares me, having no nerve endings. And it's not like it's a one-time thing. I'd have to do it every 6 months. He'll burn my nerve endings off. And then there's this other thing they do is they put a machine in your body called a pain pump, or one that says Now, I've had TENS machines. It doesn't do shit for me, really. They put this machine that electrocutes your back. My body, the way I have low pain tolerance. Like I start passing out, like popping a pimple. I'll start passing out. When I got a tattoo, when I was 18, I passed out. My pain threshold sucks. So I can only imagine something being in my body, right? Some type of machine. I don't think my body would take it, right? I don't know. I got a root canal recently. Oh, root canals. I've had a few of those. Yeah, I think I have 3 of my teeth are not real, right? And those are terrible, right? When I got a root canal, they had to inject me several times with the serum, right? Now, I didn't know this. My doctor will give you gas as an option. I just learned this. For the next time I need a filling or something, I'm getting the gas and the injection because my pain threshold sucks. When I had a cavity filled, the doctor, I spent an hour getting injections of Novocaine just to fill a cavity. And it still hurt afterwards, right? Could we adjust the music this one time? Is it not loud enough for you? Do I need to turn it up? You can't hear that shit? Exoskeleton involves no surgery. It's straps for support. That would be interesting, right? I'll see if my insurance pays for that, right? I don't go to the doctor unless I'm at the point of death. You distrust doctors, right? Yeah, a lot of them are on the payload, a big pharma, right? You're asking for gas too? Yeah, I would. Yeah. You had an uncle who said he tried all kinds of drugs but never got addicted? Yeah. Some people, they have addictive personalities, right? Where they just, that one time is all it takes, right? like cigarettes. I've tried cigarettes. Uh, it was never for me. But some people, you smoke one, you're done, right? That's how addicting cigarettes are. I remember I tried this cigarette called a biddy. They were called Indian cigarettes. It had like 5 times the nicotine, and it was like smoking a reefer. I mean, it was so powerful. Um, I'm 50 years old, Gustavo. I'm 50 years old. Western medicine is industrial scam here. Pretty much, right? Your addiction stemmed from vanity. It wasn't the drugs, it was the lifestyle. Drugs, booze, women. Oh, Kyle's piano journey. How have you been, our friend? He is like a piano instructor on his channel. You like pianos and shit? Kyle is your friend here. Have a great weekend, Kyle. Yeah. And don't forget, my friends, hit the like button as you come in. We're up to 70, and we're almost at the end of the show here. I got to get going to the grocery store in about 15 minutes or so because we have no food. I got to prepare for our Lunasa feast. Going to make some cornbread today with the kids. Yeah. What do you do for Lunasa? Do you do any that celebrate? Cornbread and lots of breads, banana breads, lots of breads today for our celebration of Lunasa, which is tonight. Tonight, this evening. If the Celtic traditions always begin in the evening. The womb is the darkness, right? So the day is born out of the womb. Luna says tomorrow, but it begins in the evening. If you celebrate the wheel of the year, the vigils, the festivals begin at night. If you didn't know that, right? You've had a high IQ overthinker. You wanted your mind to slow down. Don't get addicted. Thank you, prostate exam, for warning people here. You are no longer addicted to drugs here. It's hard to get clean for some people. It's a lifelong journey, right? Yeah. Like I said, my biggest addiction was video games. I spent more time in video games than I gave them up 3 years ago. All video games, Dungeons and Dragons, to spend more time in prayer. Now I've returned back to video games, but my pain doesn't allow me to go past a few hours a day. But I would play, I'd work 40 hours and do 40 hours video games. And that was a terrible addiction for me, right? True love is your addiction. Like and subscribe. Yeah, get some food. Join the audience today. Yeah, you want me to do a cornbread stream today? Making cornbread for Lunasa today with the Bard here. We got all of the wonderful ingredients in the Bard's kitchen. Cornbread for Lunasa. You went on a hip seminar yesterday. You're at work. They're researching how to help people not get infections from hip and knee surgeries. You are a physician, Latasha? Yeah, that's wonderful. I wish I was addicted to something, just not being a loner in the world full of happy people. Happiness comes and it goes, my friends. You're not a loner. You're not alone here. Loneliness, when it happens, it's really an illusion. You're never alone. You're never alone. You might not have people around you, but you're never alone. You're there. Now, I am a theist, so I believe that there's a divinity always loving you, always trying to reach out and comfort you. You're never alone, my friend. Guardian of the galaxy. Your daughter gets gas at the dentist. Yeah, the children are hilarious when they're getting their experience. Yeah, my kids have always said funny things, right? Can I remember one time they wanted to go to Wendy's to get a Frosty after they had the surgery, and my one said he's falling asleep. He's got the ice cream all over his face. I mean, it was adorable. You love videos of the people getting gassed up. Cornbread, fried catfish, and mac and cheese for you. That's how you celebrate Lunasa, baby Bubba. You do it Southern style, right? Yeah, Lunasa is the big festival. If you celebrate the wheel of the year, if you're a pagan, you're a druid, a Wiccan, um, the wheel of the year is a wonderful way to honor your ancestors, to celebrate the natural cycles. This is my first year of completing the cycle. I celebrated last year. I started out in Lunasa. A wonderful way to honor your ancestors, to honor the nature by continuing the memory, continuing the traditions. These are all like based in the Celtic festivals. The Wheel of the Year was created like in the 50s. That was there was always different Celtic festivals of our ancestors. My ancestors were Celts, and they had all kinds of different things that they did. And the Wheel of the Year was like an ingenious way to connect all of these festivals. It really has to do, it's a cross quarter day, Lunasa, which is between the solstice and the equinox, right? It's a wonderful way to celebrate. Yeah. You are part of me. That's right. We're all one here, my friends. People around me, because I'm not addicted, they judge you for being sober. Yeah, sobriety to me is the best lifestyle. Yeah. Is Labuba still here? Of course, Lord Labuba is here for your entertainment leisure, right? If you have a child that's overactive, I don't know where they came up with the stupid term, overactive. Yeah, I have children with disabilities. I have two children with autism, and one of my autistic children has ADHD. And then my youngest son, he has ADHD. I've never put them on medicines, but he's annoying as hell. I want to put him on medicines when he gets into these moods where he annoys the shit out of everyone. Uh, he's always getting into fights with his brothers who have autism because he annoys the shit out of them. But, you know, I don't have a problem with what you do with your children. That's your business. But the brain keeps developing to the age of 25. I don't want to put them on medicines. It's really difficult dealing with their behaviors. But I don't want to do the medicines because I want now when they're older, like my autistic children, one of them's prone to violence. He's going to need some reefer. That's going to happen, right? But I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible, right? I am bigger than them. I can control them, right? When they get violent, but later on, that's when the weed's going to be needed, right? Chemistry. Good to see you. Are you from Scotland, friend? Chemistry. Hail Labubu. Irish travelers. Yeah, one of my favorite Irish musicians is the Pogues, right? The Pogues. Let me pull up some Pogues here. Let me see if I can channel the Pogues to you. Pogues lyrics. Let me see here. I love the Pogues. No, my AI is stupid. Dirty Old Town, right? Let me see here. Where we got? Pogues, Dirty Old Town lyrics. There we go. Where are we at? Dirty Old Town, dirty. Remember that song? If I play it, then I'm going to lose my monetization. That's a beautiful song, right? The Pogues, Dirty Old Town. Now that guy was a drunk, right? Yeah, he was always drunk all of the time. The lead singer of the Pogues, right? Have I heard that the Labuba is a demon called Pazuzu? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Pazuzu was in The Exorcist, the original Exorcist films, and Pazuzu was actually an ancient Mesopotamian being that was good. He was an entity that stopped Lilith from stealing your children, right? And so just because Labubu rhymes with Pazuzu, some Christian had an erection and went all crazy with it, right? That's what I'm saying, Bart. I don't take medicine as the cure. ADHD is something that can be managed. Yeah. Autism is a completely different. It needs a deeper understanding, certainly. Yeah. I think having the brain develop is very important. Before you start changing your body or changing, you have to have that development of your brain, which ends at 25, right? Um, you haven't got any time for these drunken squirrels, damn it. They're damn squirrels, always getting drunk, right? You watch some of those videos, they're hilarious, right? They're hilarious, right? The frickin' squirrels, right? Oh, does it end at 25? Well, the science has taught us that 25 is normally the age where your brain stops developing. Now, in terms of your intellectual, uh, flexing of the muscles of your synapses, that always goes on, right? But the brain being developed ends at your age 25, from what and I could be wrong. Speaking of Lilith, who shows up? Lilith Hornhumper is here. Good to see you, the Lilith. Oh my. What is this, Paul? Spiritual entertainment? Comedy and spirituality together in one place for your entertainment leisure. Now, I'll be back in the middle of the day, perhaps. I got a lot of D&D prep I got to do today. But tonight at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live stream Dungeons & Dragons if you like watching it. Like, I've never been a fan of watching it, but I know that some people enjoy that. And we always laugh. We always have a good time. I always put on a good show for my players and the audience, right? There's no cure. Intellectual gifts are not a curse, right? Yeah. That's bullshit. You should be here 24/7. You want me to make cornbread? Is that what you want me to do? I'm going to the store after the show, and I'm making cornbread for Lunasa. You want to make cornbread and banana bread? You want to see me do that? Cornbread live. Bart's Kitchen. We're making cornbread for Lunasa here. Yeah, I think that would be too messy of a show, right? Yeah. Fiona, do you celebrate Lunasa as an Irish person? You celebrate the festival of light, the god Lu? Yeah, Lunasa is an Irish festival, right? Now, the transfiguration of Christ, that coincides with Lunasa, right? Yeah, Lilith's got the corn out here. Aprims are optional, right? Baking naked, doing a naked, being all naked, cooking, that would be fun, right? That would be fun. Breaking bread with the Bart. There you are. You'll be back for that spell. That's time for you to work. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Spiritual entertainment, right, friends? 7 days a week, I'm here for you. You could do a Lunasa cooking demo. There we go. Jesus loves you. He is the way, the truth, and the life. So is Canada. Let's see here. I got a few more minutes here to be with you. I'll be right back. I got to go do something real quick here. Let my rabbits out. Give me a moment. Give me a minute here. Come here, rabbits. What did I do with your treats? What did I do with your treats? I got a good Timothy biscuit here for them, right? Oh, they're getting all happy. They're getting all happy. Timothy biscuit time. You want to see my bunnies? Here. They're going to have their Timothy biscuit time here for you. Entertainment leisure, my friends. Let me get my camera all set up here. Oh, they're getting all happy. They're getting all excited. Let me turn off my green screen here for a moment. Oh, the rabbits, they're coming. Look at them. Green screen off. Oh, look at, they're all excited. All excited. Oh, here they are. Oh, look at, she's like, give me my treat. Feed me. Tattletale. Look at over here, lady. There you are. Over here, Mr. Rabbit. No, don't steal hers. Come over here. He always steals her food all the time. There's your rabbit for your entertainment leisure, my friends. Spiritual entertainment. We're almost at the end here. Let me get my pentangle back up. Pentangle, let's use this let me see if this pentangle works. All right, coming back to you, my friends. Celebrating Lunasa tonight. My heathen friends out there, what do you do for Lunasa? What do you do for your Lunasa celebrations? What do you do? Oh, you like my rabbits, Lilith? Yeah, we love our rabbits here. Right? The rabbit thief. Yeah, he's always stealing her food all the time. Tripping on the owl there. Yeah, that's kind of funny, man. Dealing with our mortality is just a joke. It hits you like a truck. You don't put off going to the doctor. Yeah, if you need to go to the doctor, go. Don't put it off. Right. Make sure you get your prostate exam. Don't forget our friend here, prostate exam, here to remind us. Yeah, what's nice about prostate exams now is you can get a blood test, or you could shit in a bucket and set it to Cologuard, right? Cologuard is you don't have to have someone go up your ass anymore, right? But the ass my doctor said going up your ass is the best option, but you can do Cologuard, right? Rabbit, when you wake up first tomorrow, Discord feed pic preview. Yeah, you got to see my feet there. I got tiny little feet. You know what that means? Tiny wiener, right? Jesus is King of Kings. Yeah, that's what I sign. I should have listened to yourself, Bob. Yeah, the doctor's like, when you're 45 years old, he wants to go up your backside, right? To do the prostate exam, right? I'm not a doctor, but you'll have a look. You want to look up my backside? Yeah. For entertainment purposes, you want to go up the backside there, right? Cloak or no cloak? What do you say, right? You feel really strange handing out UPS boxes of shit? Yeah, I had to do that. It was nasty. They make you poop in a little baggie, and then they make you stick stuff in it and put it all, and then you send it in. You give it to FedEx. They take your box of shit. It's all wrapped up in plastic so no one smells it, right? A jar of shit. You've done it, Ara. You've done it. You've had to send in Cologuard, right? I didn't want a doctor going up my ass unless it's for fun. But I didn't want that. They have to put you to sleep. What are they doing, right, when they're up there? Yeah. Not the bag is. Yeah, the bag is. Yeah. Could you imagine? What do you do for a living? I work at Cologuard. I go through your shit every week. Yeah. Could you imagine that? Yeah. Look at that. Finger snaps, my friends. Finger snaps. Is it business or pleasure only? Well, it depends on if you enjoy making a living. Yeah, sampling people's ass. Yeah. You did the home colon test as well. So much easy. Look at, we got a commercial here for Cologuard today, right? Yeah, unless it's for fun. Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah. Good to have you here. I wonder who has to open jars of shit. Yeah, I bet they get paid a lot for that. I mean, that's like garbage men. Garbage men, they get paid a lot. Because they got to smell that shit all the time, and they're exposed to all types of bacteria. Your garbage man makes more than you realize. I mean, that is difficult work. Telling garbage men that they got shitty jobs, right? Well, it is a shitty job, but they get paid a lot to do it, right? That's AI will never replace a garbage man, right? The garbage man will always be around. until we get robot people doing it for you, right? Now, my garbage men are lazy. They use a machine to pick up the garbage cans. And if it's not the way they like by the road, they'll just leave it there. Or they'll get pissed off and they'll throw it in your driveway. I mean, these guys are assholes that take my garbage. I'm like, they throw it right behind my automobile. They'll throw the garbage can. I'm like, what a bunch of dicks, right? You like getting free samples at the supermarket? Yeah. Many areas garbage make six figures. That's true, right? What I'm dealing with is sometimes you don't want to think about. Trust me. Yeah, we're sorry for the experiences that you have to go through, our friend. Terrible, terrible experiences, right? And we're here for you to put a smile on your face, my friend. Most places use machines here. You're a poop officer. You enforce the sodomy laws that are still on the books. You're going around doing back inspections of people's backsides, making sure no sodomy is going on. Anger management for garbage people. Oh, man. What if they're stealing your poop for experiments? Now, there's all types of conspiracy theories in the world. And that's a new one right there, right? That is a new one. David Solomon is here. What the hell do you have? Some type of creature as your avatar image there. That's quite frightening. That's something like out of Emily's Playhouse, right? People get poop shoved back up. That's just shit again. Why poop transplant? Have you heard of a poop transplant? That's an interesting phenomenon. A poop transplant, right? The real Dr. Mantos is here to expose all the falsehoods of the fake Dr. Mantos that comes on to confuse us here. Good to have you here, our good friend, the Dr. Mantos, right? It's Chucky Jr., Bod. Oh, that's what it is? That's a lovely film, right? The Chucky, right? Last Halloween, one of my sons was Chucky. Yeah. Sometimes you see me wear the Chucky hair, doing some of my making fun of the exorcisms. Yeah, I wear the Chucky hair, right? Or did you see one where I'm a flamboyant homosexual man? I wore the Chucky hair. And when I'm responding to the Christian minister saying I had a homosexual haircut. Did you see that one, that YouTube short? That was funny, right? Chucky Jr., yeah. The healthy poop in your intestines, the bacteria helps with your digestion. Very interesting. Poop transplants, right? It's amazing what we do with ourselves, right? Always look after you use your restroom. It sounds dumb, but you can tell what's going on. Tumors or what's not, yeah. Yeah, it's important to get you get that. There are people. I had a friend of mine who developed problems in his backside, and his doctor found out he was able to heal it by using cannabis and other substances. He was able to, he has to live a certain lifestyle now, but he was able to heal it. Yeah, we're always in our thoughts, right? You can make money selling it for transplants. Yeah, imagine that, selling your healthy shit. I would imagine, right? You use the shit treatment, growing positive bacteria. You ever see they have a new cola called Poppy, which is for your anus? Have you seen that? It has all kinds of bacteria stuff in it, the healthy bacteria. It's called Poppy. They sell it at like Target, I think, or Publix or something. It's for your anus. It's called Poppy, right? For healthy system. Has anyone had some poppies? Right? Probiotics, yeah. Yeah. I saw it at the store. I'm like, that's an expensive cola. The Poppy, right? Oh, let's see here. Spine infusions, all the same local area. It's why you smoke reefers all the time, because you have a lot of problems, right, in your back, right? Antibiotics can remove healthy. They can. One time I I had some type of infection or something, and I forgot what it was for. I had something. I had surgery done, and they gave me some of the antibiotics that killed all the bacteria in my gut. And I was I was terrible to be around. The smell when I would have flatulence, it was nasty. So I had to get some stuff to fix my gut because it had killed all of the good bacteria in my anus. Yeah. Um, what have you done? Why have you let down your cloak? People don't want it on when I'm sitting down. It only looks good when I'm standing. You see, it only looks good when I'm standing. It just doesn't look right when I'm sitting down. Look, it doesn't look right. Yeah. When I'm standing, it looks better. Yeah. Your oldest sister took antibiotics for Lyme's disease. It screwed up her digestion, I would imagine, right? Yeah, what a terrible thing your sister now Lyme's disease is something you have forever, or is it curable? Is it curable? Oh, the lonely girl is here. You're no longer alone. You have found spiritual entertainment. The loneliness has passed. Our friend, the lonely girl. There's all kinds of people here for you to have conversation with, our friend, the lonely girl. Spiritual entertainment. Don't forget that the live stream. I'm almost at the end here. I did this 3 hours today. Look at that. 3 hours I'm here. And Tyranny, good to see you. Behold what Lord Nicholas has given us. Yeah, I have left Lord Nicholas. He is no longer my Lord. I have left Lord Nicholas for Lord Labubu. Lord Labubu is my personal Lord and Savior now. Down with Lord Nicholas. Come to Labubu, friends. You have to charge your phone through your PS5. You don't have a plug. Interesting. I don't understand. You talk very fast. I do. Yeah. You just got here? Yeah. Now, don't forget next week, friends. Schedule change. Saturday and Sunday, it's always going to be at 7. But next week, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming my morning show. And then in the evenings, between 5 and 7 Eastern Standard Time. Gaming in the evenings, Voice of the Bard in the mornings for your entertainment leisure. Let's start because school starts up next week and I have to drive my kids to school, right? Shannon, good to see you. You love all the comedy here. Thank you for being here, Shannon. We appreciate you. Yeah, don't forget, like button, my friends, at the top of your screen. Subscribe. I do this every day. I have conversations with you to begin your day or end it, or you're in the middle of the day if you're in the UK. What is my main occupation? This is it. I do this for a living. Yeah. You had Lyme's dermatitis from chocolate milk. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. Get behind me, Satan. No! Satan is here. He is not going anywhere, Christians. He is here to stay. And the power of Labubu compels you. The power of Labubu compels you. You cannot defeat Labubu with your Christianity. Burn the demon. What is the stream? Spiritual entertainment, comedy and spirituality together every day. Back to school already, yes. Your kids don't go back to September? Yeah, one of my kids starts next week and the rest of them the week after. Yeah. What made you go on YouTube? I started doing YouTube for my church when I was a Christian, teaching about the spirituality of Hesychism, which is like Christian yoga. And then I started doing druidry. And then comedy just made its way in here, and gaming. Now it's just me, right? It's my creativity. Hello, Paul. So we've been doing this over a year, right? Over a year we've been here. You can't eat chocolate milk either? Yeah. Oh, look at all the Christian flags there. Where's all the gay flags? This is a homosexual stream. You love the artwork. You love this pentangle here. Health discussion stream. Yeah, yeah. Whatever you want to talk about, we talk about. Yeah, we were talking about substance abuse and drugs and health issues earlier today, right? There's our gay flags, right? The label said not to drink milk, right? What in the pagan did I just go? You are a pagan? I have pagan friends. I'm not a pagan. I'm just an entertainer. You can be as pagan as you want to. There's all homosexual flags, right? Yeah, we have gay year, no gay months here. It's gay year. Homosexuality 2026 is what we celebrate here. You're having boring here. We're not gay enough for you. You need extra homosexuality in your life. Gil H. You need more. The gay sex meter is low for you. You need to go to a brothel where you just give yourself entirely to it, right? You like the art here? Yeah. The people think they can open up to you. Well, I am a lover of men, and every now and then women. Yeah. May I ask what's a pagan in your eyes? My friends. Pagans are my friends. Tomorrow I'm going to meet with a bunch of pagans because I practice druidry, and everybody in the pagan group, the druid group I'm with. Now you could be any religion you want and practice druidry, but they're all pagans, and they're all socialists too. They all want to talk about politics. I don't do that shit. I just ignore them when they start talking about the president and shit like that. I could care less about that shit. Right? Let's see here. Morning mystical peoples. Witchy friend here. Generational witch. Loopy after the dark. Good to see you. You want to do sexual gymnastics with me? That sounds fun. I have a trapeze. Yeah. Your grandfather is one. You can get older through your grandfather. Yeah. Pigeons. What's pigeons do? You like dressing like pagans for Halloween? Yeah. Pagan is a slur, usually, but modern pagans take it with stride, right? That is their title now, right? Hexacities? What's a hexacities? What is that? Is it some new deity? There's pagans have all kinds of deities that they just come up with, right? It's hard to keep up with them. For Samhain, you wore fleece pajamas and a t-shirt. No, for Samhain, I went around with my penis hanging out. You got to do it skyclad, baby. Lunasa. You sell it. What are you doing for Lunasa, Lupi? I'm making cornbread and drinking beers for Lunasa, making all kinds of breads. It's a big bread feast in my house, Lunasa. Do you remember that scene from the movie? No, I don't. Oh, Dragnet. You remember the Dan Aykroyd did Dragnet back in the 90s, 80s, and they had like a satanic ritual in it. That was hilarious, right? I can get older than your grandfather, certainly. Yeah. Tom Hanks was in it as well. That was a funny show, Dragnet, right? Yeah, they need to make a, there was a Starsky and Hutch episode where there was Satanism and witchcraft. That would have been funny to see in the modern Starsky and Hutch. Yeah. You're prepping hops for beers, starting to harvest apples and pears. Lots and lots of bread for your Lunasa celebration. Yeah, same. About to hit the grocery store after I'm done here. Yeah, we've come to the end, my friends. I will return to you later on for Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I don't know if I'll be in the middle of the day because I got a lot of cooking to do, and I got to prepare for our D&D game tonight. But we've had a good time here, and I certainly will return to you tomorrow morning as well. Blessed Feast of Lunasa for those celebrating tonight. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. La Boo Boo loves you, this I know, for the Boo Boo tells me so. Devil worship to him belongs. The boo-boo sacrifices that make me strong. Yes, the boo-boo loves you. Yes, the